to the stream. We're going to be playing more Ace Attorney Investigations. I was a little lost last time. Let's see if I can regain our balance. Yes, we're in this room now. What happened so far? Well, there was a murder that happened at this county fair-like thing, or the like a Disney World. Edgeworth was originally here to do a hostage exchange for someone else that is one of his rich benefactors. But got taken hostage himself, so and he got out, but then this character that's with him is called, her name is Kay, the thief, self-proclaimed. That was stuff. The detective investigator guy is this like Chinese agent guy from Interpol, and his assistant. They don't like me. Here we are. So is this where the kidnappers planned their foul deed? Well, you're tied up for the next room next door. Okay, please. Must you bring that up again? No then, down to business. There might still be some clues left in this room. Try to find what we can of the other kidnappers' identity. This whole theme park is based off of called the Blue Badger. Watch out, Mr. Edgeworth. Broken mirror. Probably came from the haunted house. Why is it here? Why you repair it? There's a trapdoor in this room too. Not a trapdoor, it's an entrance to an underground passage, okay? I know that. The door is leading outside world is locked. I'm supposed to escape this prison through here. Lance is the kid to our benefactor. Oh, they have barrels like this just outside. Yes, Nathan. Well, I know. I already asked you when we were out there. These were real. What you put in them? Like the gleam in your eyes up. Chairs. I use folding chairs. Lean against the wall in their folded state. Oh, they were lined up. These did it perfectly. Not a single hair off. I feel bad about using these because it'd be like stealing the perfection away. Like it's more like you wouldn't want to be the one to put them away. Sign of advertising a photo rally. I'm a little interested in it. Yeah, but I do. I get my hands on the rest of the Badger family. You'll see. Brings a slightly different atmosphere to a criminal investigation. Won't rest until I inspect the area, nook and cranny. I wonder what this key is to. You got me. The key I found in the other room. That's it. Must be the key for those trapdoors. It wasn't a trapdoor. You only call it one because it's quite literally jumped into it. Hey, isn't that what you're supposed to do when you see one? I'm not having this conversation with you. Deep styrofoam cups. Looks like only 3 cups were used. Buster, Gatewater Land is stuck on this wall. Intrigue, fun, prestige. Gatewater Land has it all, and it's waiting for you. Not especially catchy, is it? Folding chairs, and by the looks of it, they were probably used by the kidnappers. There are 3 chairs around this table. Now we connect those 2 pieces together. Down those doors where the kidnappers held you after getting them to jump on you. Just to keep reminding me. That's the room where we get to see your awesome face. You need to remind me of that mortifying moment either. supposed to be where they dispose of old and worn-out costumes. That's so sad. I think they throw the costume away in pieces. Yeah, they don't want people to go and rebuilding their mascot in the garbage bin. Get on some old copyright infringement. All right. That's the most logical conclusion. The common denominator between the cups and the folding chairs is the number 3. Speaking of which, the number of missing costumes is also 3. Wait, I thought there were only 2 kidnappers. Indeed. It's adding up, literally. Possible there is a 3rd kidnapper that Lance didn't see? Or it's thoroughly broken thanks to the police who forced it open. Like a sword. Broken sword. Strange. Why would it have broken like that? Because they broke in while it's being used to support the door. Doors don't usually break on their own. It's true. Alright then, let's think about how this way. Maybe it broke when someone was trying to use it for or on something. Hypotheticals aren't getting us anywhere. I should think more on this later. I mean, obviously it's holding this door. Door handle thing is looking pretty beat up. I suppose that's what happens when 10 officers break their way in for force. Hey, that's odd. The lock on this is completely fine. Look, not a single dent. So how is that possible after what the officer told us? The lock had been used when the door was busted. The lock itself should be completely wrecked. The door leading to the outside is undamaged. What could that be? Oh, because the sword was holding it open? That's a eureka there. Bit strange that the police had to force their way into an unlocked room. Look at the pristine door lock. Anyone could see that it was not in use. Give me one moment. I gotta do something. Wait, I'm back. Policeman outside said it took 10 minutes to get it open. Door that was locked tight, despite being not locked at all. Because of this. Oh, you mean... Yes, it was used to jam the door. Here, take a look at the door handle. The door is complete. That's how the door broke. Thought we might uncover the video of the kidnappers. Then we found we uncovered more questions. Answer. Ah! What is it? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, am I correct? What are you doing suddenly popping out of the secret entrance? This is an underground passage used by staff members, sir. We badgers also make use of it in our duties. Why don't you get out of there first, and then we'll talk, okay? I beg your pardon, miss. What a badger get? Alright, one more to go. Why are you getting all excited? Ugh. Did you forget the photo rally? Duh. Alright, you get a picture of the bad badger and I'm done. I don't recall that contest. Oh, it's all gone. Where did it go? What happened? Wrong. The Bad Badger costume is missing, sir. Oh, is this... I think I know who's in the costume. Oh, is that all? It's missing because one of the kidnappers stole it. I heard about that they were stolen. They said that only 3 of the costumes had been taken. What? Mr. Proto Badger, please tell me more about these costumes. What do you mean by the Bad Badger costumes? As I said, sir, they're 1 Bad Badger short. I have 2 of them on hand at all times. So one of them are walking around in the park. The other should be in that room. Actually, both of them should be in that. Huh? What do you mean? Normally we don't use the Bad Badger costume. In fact, we only use them during certain events at that time each day. The stage show where the Bad Badger wreaks havoc around the park. The other Badgers must work together to apprehend him, sir. Speechless that such a show exists. Oh, sir, I was just saying to explain the only time we use the costume. That doesn't make it near impossible to take a picture of the Bad Badger? Personally, I can't believe that it's close to showtime and there's no costume. Oh dear. What am I supposed to do, sir? Well, this basically means that the kidnappers stole 4 costumes in total. You're saying there are 4 kidnappers? I think that's very likely. Recall that the costumes form. Stolen ones, you mean? That proves that the 4th kidnapper does not exist.
Take that!
You had 4 people and you wanted to steal a 4th costume. Would you naturally go for the full set and steal a pink badger costume instead? Yeah, that makes sense. Yet the kidnappers decided to steal another Bad Badger. I believe the culprits needed 2 Bad Badgers costumes. The question is why? Second Bad Badger costume. It may be closer at hand than we think. Huh? What do you mean? That costume in the trash. It's wearing some very telltale pants. You're right. Get out of there and take a look. I suspected. Bad Badger costume. Well, minus the head. I have to look at it. Look, its hand is hurt. It's more like something ripped off. Oh, this Bad Badger costume's right hand is torn apart. It's a flesh wound from the fight. But the Blue Badger! I always knew the Blue Badger was one ferocious beast. Even the real badgers are. I was wondering if it was going to repeat itself.
Eureka!
God darn. Oh, he's basically telling me that. I can't. How do you know my name? You're pretty famous, sir. Or like most people would know who you are. Famous? Me? Absolutely, sir. You always look very active in this community here. I didn't know you were such a celebrity, Mr. Edgeworth. I feel like I'm or my imagination. Let's save. Guess that's my solid evidence.
Eureka!
I guess that's it. I believe what we have, Kim, here is an inconsistency. Between what? Look carefully. She's not holding something on the right hand that it should be. Oh, the gun! Precisely. That Badger was designed as always to hold a gun in its right hand. However, you there. Did you remove the gun from this Bad Badger's right hand? No, no, I didn't, sir. The gun's supposed to be secret. Securely attached to the costume. But the rip itself confirms my hypothesis that the gun was forcibly removed. Proto Badger as a gun is, of course, not a functioning weapon, correct? Absolutely not, sir. It's just a model gun. However, it can fire blanks. We need them to use it for the stage show. The kidnapper also had a need for a gun. My dear costumed friend. Could be this the costume that shot the person earlier? I think we're about done with this room. What's next? Well, we find you a few answers. We've got a few things left to have to ask a certain person. Okay. Probably ask through the Proto Badger or what. Edgeworth, sir. Gotta hurry, sir. Come on. What is it, detective? They found the Blue Badger costume down by the main gate, sir. What? Isn't that one of the kidnappers that we're wearing? Bingo. That's why we gotta come to the main gate with me right now. But hurry, we might still be able to get there before Wolf Boy does, sir. Oh, they cased him to the main gate. Alright, moving on. Alright. Where's the detective? There we go. Where's the costume, Detective Gumshoe? On the one on the right, the fountain, sir. Why is he here in the open all along? No, it was discovered in the tall grass back there. We moved it out here in order to examine it more thoroughly. Get down to it. I won't rest until I inspect every suspicious nook and cranny. We have here another pendant. It's 2 treasures in one day. How lucky is that? And hey, it's pretty boy baby. This pretty baby is made of platinum silver. Another pendant on top of the one we found on. Is it possible that these two? Hold it right there. Hands off, Mr. Prosecutor. You sure know how to cross the line, don't you? Ugh. A pendant, huh? This very decisive piece of evidence. How can you tell? Look here and read off what you see. Warren. Hey, it's the name of the... It's a name that's engraved on this. Where have you now? This kidnapper. Don't understand. Bully, I can't believe you are one of my kidnappers. Lance. You're kidding. This Pops was one of the kidnappers? Yes. It was me. I held Lance hostage. Pops was one of the kidnappers. But even knowing that, I can't call this case solved or over. Hey guys, case closed. Get the car ready, and I mean the special one for the young lady.
Hold it!
You again, Mr. Prosecutor. What is it this time? Are you proposing that Miss Pops is also the culprit in the murder case? What happened? Officer Meekins was your suspect. We found it. Found what? That officer's gun. He literally dropped it in the middle of a thick of patch grass. Your county's police are ashamed. Jam. Just look how careless they are. Who are you calling a sham? The officer's gun didn't show signs of having been fired, so it couldn't be the murder weapon. Officer Mickens has been cleared of all charges, I see. And that's when a brand new suspect comes walking into the scene. The murder only happened because the kidnappers started fighting amongst themselves. As I recall, it was you who said that, right, Mr. Prosecutor? Miss Pops, did you really kill Mr. Deacon? Yes, I killed him. I can't believe it. Thanks for the confession.
Objection!
Agent Long. It's too early to declare this case closed. Look at you. You assure yourself. Got the culprit confession and some very incriminating evidence. What more could you ask for? Miss Lauren Pops. Yes? I want to hear from you. Tell me your side of all that has happened today, from the kidnapping to the murder. But why? I'm the kidnapper and the killer. Isn't that enough? It's about to cut her hair and break up to her boyfriend. If it's fine with your... It's fine if you're the one behind everything, but only if it is the truth. Now then, will you tell us the truth? Or is there some reason you can't? I've had a change of heart. I think I enjoy seeing you sulk away as losing much. Right, you heard me. Let's hear all about this evil deeds you committed today. Miss Pop's confession. The one who came up with the kidnapping plan was the butler, Mr. Deacon. We knew that we could get rich by holding Lance hostage. Mr. Amano would pay anything to get his son back after all. Everything was going according to plan, but as soon as we got the money, Mr. Deacon turned on me and he tried to kill me. Are you satisfied? She confessed to her crimes the second time. Well, you have the guts to admit it when you're done. Can you at least respect that much? Pops. What, you really said the truth? Yes, it is. That's the truth. It certainly isn't the whole truth. There is something that seems a bit too improbable in her confession.
Hold it!
How well did you know the victim? I've spoken with him a few times at Lance's house. A few times, is that it? Yes. Only met a few times. I don't see how they could have trusted each other. But if you hardly ever talked, how could he trust you not to steal his plan?
Not so fast!
That's completely irrelevant. He was planning to betray her from the very beginning. Why he chose someone he wasn't especially close to. Is that right, Shayna? Yes. However, Mr. Deacon was made a very poor choice. At the very end, he was killed by the one he intended to betray himself. Ha! I bet he didn't see that one coming.
Hold it!
You? How do you know something like that? No. What should I do? Hey, what's wrong with her now? Come on, is it obvious? You're making her scary face again, that's why. Why don't you try asking her nicer, more gentle way? Oh, stop it, Lauren. You're always like this. Always fall for the stern-looking one. That's why you always be unhappy. Maybe that's it. You've been bewitched by your icy glare. I drove this. Okay. Now then, Miss Pups, let's continue your testimony. Yes, of course. I need to go back and take some pictures.
Hold it!
E. Okay.
Hold it!
Okay. Why do you believe that? Who knows, Mr. Armano would think the same. I bet Lance is that old man's greatest treasure. Suppose he would be dotting color like Mr. Armano. I always figured that too. And now I always envious for Lance for it. Oh, because your dad's... I got this pendant from my father. I believe that as long as I have this, I can find my father again someday. He'll welcome me to his arms like riding on the back of his Pegasus. That pendant. I must truly believe it to be the wings of Pegasus. Been in the shape of a pair of wings. Rather nice aesthetic to it. Hey, I see that you even appreciate this beauty. Things like this are right flat and silver tend to have a nice feeling about them, you know? I'm only talking about the shape, kid. Well, that's what you were talking about. But you know, we're talking about the wing shapes. I think the brooch on my scarf is way cooler. Not made of platinum silver, is it? Handmade, okay? I'm so sorry if it's not made of expensive stuff. Made that herself? Incredibly well crafted. Warren D is engraved in this pendant. Yeah, they wrote the first her name, but why just the D? Any of the results of poor planning? Yes. Well, if I had to shorten my name, I would just K. Faraday. Anyway, when you sounded it out, it'd still say my name K. Faraday. Suppose I have to do the same, which is abbreviated to M. Edgeworth. Hold on! I think you can abbreviate to M.E. Get it? Ha ha ha! I thought that little pendant would stir up such a strange conversation. Fighting my lack of sleep, fighting my feeling uncomfortable in my own vertigo. I'm probably gonna finish this case, try to finish this case, and then in the stream and go for a walk. I feel like that's what I'm needing actually than anything. Victim's pendant, which is shaped like a horse. Got a real dignified look on its face. That makes it worth more. Super platinum is super valuable.
Hold it!
Would you mind telling us a little bit about the plan itself? Well, first we captured Lance. Oh, how do you do that? Well, Mr. Deacon did all that on his own, so I don't quite know. Ah, I thought I knew how to steal people away. Try to think what you would do with such knowledge. Sorry, but I don't really know, but maybe somehow Mr. Deacon was able to contain him. All we had to do after that was wait for the ransom to be paid, but...
Hold it!
What do you think he did? I have no idea, but maybe he had planned to do so from the very beginning. Just Pops. Wait, Mr. Deacon planned to kill Miss Pops from the beginning? Is that ever really likely to happen? What should I do? An objection? I'm sorry, but I don't think what you planned is all that likely. Huh? I don't think Mr. Deacon would have ever been capable of killing you. But why? We were total strangers. It's not common for people to kill each other over money.
Hold it!
Pops, you really are clueless, aren't you? What do you mean? You never knew that your role in the kidnapping was, nor did you know what you really are. But I do. I can show you this piece with evidence. Prove that Mr. Deacon wouldn't have been able to bring himself to kill Miss Pops. Kinda hoping to see an actual picture.
Take that!
Why are you showing this to me? So what about the pendant? Pair of wings, along with this piece of evidence, shows you who you really are.
Take that!
Two pendants resemble each other, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, you're right. They're the same color, and they're even made by the same material. I believe these two pendants are actually one. Oh, ah! Gotta give it a try. Oh, it's totally a Pegasus. But why? Why does this pendant match up with Mr. Deacon's? You're a smart lady. I'm sure you can imagine why that might be. No, that can't be. Well, the two make a set. Huh. It's just another trinket. It's not as though this changes anything. Huh. Lack imagination, Agent 1. Very well. I'll show you with this evidence. This is a piece of evidence that gives meaning to the Pegasus pendant. Where's this? Poland Devore. Escape from Pin E. He might head for where his wife and sole daughter are, but despite her surveillance, he hasn't go up.
Take that!
Oliver Deacon was just an alias for this man. His real name was Cullen Devere, a name that etched in the horse's pendant. Haha, I actually read the evidence this time. What? An alias? Suppose he had to hide the fact that he was a felon somehow in order to live. This makes sense given that he was written as Mr. Doris Force. But I really wanted to point out this specific section about reveals the true meaning behind the pendants.
Take that!
You've already had one daughter. Her name was Lauren Pops. That's a lie! That person's not my father! He couldn't have come out and tell you it was his father because he was hiding. Or, I believe he was trying to secretly watch over you. You still believe that man that could kill the daughter that he was separated from? Or even so a man would allow his daughter to get involved in a kidnapping plot.
Not so fast!
What's so funny, Agent Lung? You're good at making things up in your head and not deciding the truth, aren't you? What are you trying to say? I think it's too innocent. After all, I thought of another possibility. But so, well, let's hear it. I'll grant you that two of them are father and daughter. It's not possible that they knew it. Do you know the fact? No coincidence that the reunited pair became involved in this house of Amano. The two of them made good use of their meetings to plan this little kidnapping. Can you say that my scenario is perfectly probable as well? The version of how things might have been. You don't have any proof that they don't know of their true relationship, right? You're saying that the two of them committed the kidnapping together? That's right. It's one really rotten family. Really what happened? Better take a long look at the evidence.
Hold it!
Precisely. What father would be willing to kill his own daughter?
Not so fast!
I've seen a lot of things in my travels. I can tell you that being related by blood is sometimes proof of nothing.
Hold it!
You think they knew? Yeah, I don't think only the victim knew. I think the girl realized it as well. They both knew who the other person was, but they had to pretend they didn't. This was on the lam. He was on the lam. You got it. The victim couldn't exactly go around flaunting who he was. Furthermore,
Hold it!
one is butler and one is a friend of the son, you mean? They probably thought it was their best shot. Is that what you honestly believe? Of course!
Hold it!
You mean how they plotted to commit this crime as blood relatives? Can you not think of a better partner? They certainly are a clever pair. The butler and the girlfriend. One would ever suspect they were, in fact, family. Yes, from the very beginning, they painstakingly practiced their roles well. What do you think that my scenario is perfectly probable as well? Oh, certainly probable one. Hey, could you better hurry up and do something? Or Lauren's good. I don't like looking bad. I know, but first things first. Agent Lang's line of logic is factually correct. Not committed by the two of them? By his father-daughter pair?
Hold it!
I believe you're beginning a bit too overconfident for someone who's no evidence. Am I? Because I don't see presenting evidence to the contrary. Not evidence, we're stuck in the stalemate. Agent Lang isn't wrong, isn't it? Viola.
True.
Is Viola the pen name from? Oh man. Oh man. That sleep is slowly catching up to me. Should definitely went and get double decaf, or not double decaf, what am I saying? Double espresso. I think that letter is proof of it.
Objection!
Yeah, I guess the question is, do they know if their father and
Objection!
God, I'm so fidgety. I think it's just because of my lack of sleep. Causing something. What I get for watching too much in Reco. Someday I'll get an actual camera. Okay. Is it possible they both knew that fact? I'm guessing the answer to that question is no.
Objection!
I'm gonna have to probably look it up. Stolen costume. What? Oh, I'm still in the... being slammed. Okay.
Objection!
Oh, okay.
Knuckle back!
Wrong one. Alright, let's just keep this up. Okay. Present the stolen costumes. Statement 4.
Objection!
This kidnapping wasn't planned by just 2 people alone. What kind of proof do you have of that? Quite simply, there are 3 kidnappers. 3?! 4 costumes were stolen from the Wild West area backroom. Found one of them to be kidnappers' hideout. As for the other 3, we can assume they were being worn by 3 different people. We also found a set of 3 cups and 3 folding chairs that were used in the hideout. All clearly points to a 3-man group. I believe this 3rd person is to be the real mastermind behind the kidnapping. What? Who? Who's the mastermind? Isn't you the brains behind this kidnapping? Gumshoe!
Take that!
Lance Amano! Yes, the abduction was in fact schemed up by Lance himself. Oh, what he said when he appeared before us. But he did just kind of waltz out. See the faces of your kidnappers? No, I didn't see their faces, but one of them was a woman. However, there are 3 kidnappers, which in direct contradiction to what he said. But I only saw 2 people. This guy's being held hostage. Possible that he couldn't see all 3 of them? Oh yes, about when you were being held. I haven't been to doubt what happened then. Yes, would you mind telling me what happened while you were being held captive? I really don't remember much, honest. If I don't tell you at least something, you won't believe me at all, will you? Yeah, when you hear about how he's talking with his father, it illustrates that. I was kidnapped yesterday morning. They had me shut in the room, blindfolded the entire time. But the kidnappers suddenly disappeared around the time I heard the rain falling outside. My hands were cuffed, and it was a stroke of luck that they left me alone. I made my escape to run away from the room as fast as I could. You see his little finger showing his fake out. The underground passageway, I presume. You okay? Sorry, I really don't want to recall that horrible ordeal, but now you believe me, right? Not quite yet. Ah! How can you not? Why you look at me with such icy daggers in your eyes? Because he's a prosecutor, because they're all like that. I'll have you know, Agent Long, prosecutor's eyes are for discerning the truth. And they should be interpreted to be cruel at times, so it be. Second point, let's see what offers when I push a little.
Hold it!
Can you tell us about when you were abducted more in detail? It was a strange morning. I felt like I was right in the middle of a great calm. What are you doing when you experience this calm? Our family garden, of course. Where could it have been? Well, excuse me for asking. Child is more princess than prince. I was taking a walk to shake off the morning blah. Then out of the blue, someone came behind the clamps a hand over my mouth. Didn't see your attacker? Must have been using some kind of drug to knock me out. Because before I knew I was off in La La Land again. When I woke up again, it was in the kidnapper's hideout, already tied up.
Hold it!
By that room, you mean the kidnapper's hideout, correct? Yes, but I was just blindfolded the whole time, so I didn't know until I made my escape. And you were in the same room as your kidnappers? Spoke in hushed tones, but I could catch bits of their conversation. It was definitely 2 people, and one of them was definitely a woman. I was so scared, I could tell they were nearby, so I didn't care to make a move.
Hold it!
Kidnappers disappeared? The room fell into a sudden silence. I had been left behind like an unwanted mutt. What do you mean by unwanted mutt? A pointless question. It's not like he's gonna tell you anything new, you know. Poetic stimuli. You should learn how to use them, too. You look refined on the outside. It's no good if you're refined on the inside as well.
Hold it!
1 second. Okay. Those cuffs on your wrists, I suppose they were still cuffed in that case? Well, I'm aware of how I have changed the reality. Couldn't find the key, so I'm afraid I'm stuck like this. Even though I escaped from the jail cell, I will forever be a prisoner.
Hold it!
How did you manage to escape? I wanted just to get out of there, but the door leading outside was locked. So I had to use my underground passage to make my escape. Escaped equally as hard. That's a valuable piece of testimony. I must have let it go examine.
Hold it!
Yeah, but it was locked from the inside. Underground passageway, being the one that the staff uses to travel unnoticed. I suppose that's what it's for. I don't know any staff members. Run into any staff members on the way out. While I was on top, I was trying to find a member of the police. That's when you found the congregate at the stadium, I suppose. Let me ask you this. How did you hold the key to the underground door? Well, that's easy. It was hanging right in the room of the wall. I recall it hanging on the wall right by the table. Boy, does that bring back memories of our situation, how we made our escape. Indeed. So, how did the door and the floor in our room lead to an underground room? The door and the floor in the next room had a secret passageway. Secret passageway under a theme park. Oh, that sounds like so much fun! Whatever. Something off the way lets me. So obvious it's it.
Objection!
The door leading out was locked. Was it really? Ah! Did his cuffs just came off earlier? We're talking about the room behind the saloon front, right? Look, I heard it was quite the few minutes to get that thing open. Right, Shina? Yes, that's correct. Take a look at this. What is that? Sword? It's not especially reliable one, broken like that. Let me just start from the end. My conclusion is that the door was never locked. It was simply held by this sword, which is used to jam the handle. Nice. Even though your hands were cupped together, you could still use them. If that's the case, then why did you not simply remove the sword and escape? But I didn't. I was disoriented. Yes, that's it. I didn't notice it. If I should accept such a bold-faced lie. You locked yourself in that room because you had to make yourself look like the victim. But you did not, in fact, possess the key to the door. That's why I used the prop sword to improvise and create a prison of your own, of your very own. Been making out this guy to be one of the kidnappers for some time now. I wonder if you've forgotten something very important along the way? That'd be the motive. What else? You honestly think an uptight pure boy like him would hatch up a completely pointless scheme? Again, proving that Long does not have the imagination for this scenario.
Objection!
This proves that Lance did indeed have a motive to commit the crime.
Take that!
Put it simply, this is a very urgent need for money. It is hardly your typical love letter. It is, in fact, a collections bill. Appears to be an upstanding boy has accumulated quite a debt. Isn't that right? his cuffs do come off every time he gets nice. It's like he's being hard being the son of a rich man, too. It'd be rough when you have to resort to stealing from your own old man. Ah, alright, I give up. I ducked myself. Lance! Silver Lily. In this life, we are bound to our fates after all. All I want is to go with you in a new town, somewhere where no one can know us. I wanted to be well off with that 1 million, but now, that dream is over. Oh, Lance! You're giving yourself up? Yes, I had planned to run away from this world with my lowly. Oliver even helped us with the plan, but then he had to go and stab us in the back. Turned on you. Maybe he didn't want to split the ransom money. That's my guess. What's happened right after you made the drop-off? Then when we were alone, he attacked me all of a sudden. In a brief struggle, I was contain him and keep him under control. Left him inside the room as Lolly and I made our escape. We wore different costumes and split up. Lolly left first with the Blue Badger costume. The person other than Officer Meekins saw this was Pops. Right then, the old man just had to wake up. Ghost, he tackled me pretty hard from behind. Then Oliver put on the Bad Badger costume, took the suitcase with the $1 million and ran. Contacted Lolly right away and warned her that he had a gun. He had no idea that they're related, so I thought it had to only be me and Vandal. I still don't believe it. That person was not my father. Because if it was, I just killed my own father. Holy, then it really was you. That man is not my father. I mean, because at the stadium, there's a Bad Badger pulling the suitcase with the $1 million in it. Bad Badger pointed his gun at me, aiming to shoot me dead. That's why I used the gun from Lance. There's a gunshot. The other person crumpled to the ground, and I ran scared for my life. I think the big picture is finally coming to focus, don't you? Lolly, forgive me. I didn't think I would turn into something so frightening. If only I could have protected you. Oh, Miss Pops. Got her own dad even without knowing who he was? What she says is true. Saying she's lying? Why would she lie about something like that? What purpose would it serve? I'm surprised how often people lie without even realizing themselves, Kate. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? What I mean is, listen. Look very carefully at her confession once more, and you'll see.
Hold it!
Please calm down. Let us slowly talk through this. But, look. All you have to do is simply tell us what happened at the stadium. Give it to us to search the truth. Can you do that for me? Alright, so at the stadium...
Hold it!
That was the ransom money, wasn't it? Yes, that's how I was able to identify Mr. Deacon almost immediately. It all was thanks to what Lance told me. What did he tell you? Well, he called me on my cell phone and told me Mr. Deacon had betrayed us and had ran off with the ransom money. And about how he had a gun.
Hold it!
Were you able to clearly see the gun? Yes, I got a very good look at it while it was pointed at me. Oh, Father, why are you going to try to shoot me? I think the father would shoot his own daughter, Mr. Edgeworth. I don't want to believe it myself. It's true, my father's left arm was raised with a gun in it. Pointed straight at me. I'm about to die, I thought. Miss Pops. Please calm down. Take a deep breath. Now then, you allow me to please hear your statement one more time? Yes, of course. But the Badger's gun would be in its right arm, wouldn't it?
Hold it!
You felt that your life was in danger, correct? Yes, I'm about to die, I thought. So... use the gun from Lance.
Hold it!
You shot Mr. Deacon. Miss Pops. Yes, I shot him. And that's what they get, as they say, is that. Agent Long, perhaps Pops is far from done. She hasn't even finished her testimony yet. We're gonna continue questioning her? What a waste of time. Pops, if you could too, please. Alright.
Hold it!
Did you take off immediately following the gunshot? Yes. And you didn't attempt to approach the victim at all after he was shot? I was scared. I don't blame you. I'd have done the exact same thing. Or Miss Pops. What'd become of her, Mr. Edgeworth? You need to be telling the truth regarding what happened at the stadium. However, I don't believe this is absolutely correct. Listen very carefully to your confession one more and you'll see. So it doesn't make sense because he ran off without moving the body.
Objection!
Okay, that's not the... That wasn't it?
Objection!
I think I need backup. This is it. This is where I was trying to go for.
Objection!
Or not. Ugh. Look at the costume.
Objection!
This has to be it. God darn it. I am so confused. What kind of testimony am I? Okay. Statement 3. Might be on the wrong.
Objection!
Huh? I have a dossier on your father. According to this, your father was right-handed. What? Here I was trying to prove that the Bad Badger is right-handed. And then this is what you do for right-handed. Ah, then I didn't read the evidence. The person pointing the gun at you was atop the stage. It was not Mr. Deacon. All right there, Mr. Prosecutor. I think you need to take a refresher course. Bad Badger has a model gun attached to its right hand. Why the only right-handed could have? I guess he basically explained why the my chosen contradiction was. Agent Lang, never paying attention to what Mr. Pops was saying? Again, I suppose I can't expect someone who has never set foot in court to catch it. Enough with the smugness. Out with it already. Miss Pops told us earlier. There's a Bad Badger costume pulling the suitcase with 1 million in it. According to you, Bad Badger had a gun in its left hand. Which would mean that pulling the suitcase with his right hand. Is that correct, Miss Pops? Yes, exactly. And I'm sure it was the Bad Badger. It had all the huge sunglasses on its face. But if that's the case, then I can see there's a huge contradiction. Yes, Miss Pops claims to have been the Bad Badger. Yet the Bad Badger had both his hands full. These two pieces of information could not contradict each other. Someone must be wrong. You both were correct. Yeah, both are correct. They're both correct. Impossible. That just leaves us with the irreversible, irresolvable contradiction. This Pop's entire statement rests on the fact all his sunglasses and beard. But the Bed Badger wasn't wearing his pants on his lower half. This proves that there was a way for the Bed Badger to freely use both of his hands.
Take that!
Costumes have two parts to them, head and body. Oh, I get it now. The head Miss Pop saw was probably the head of the Bad Badger. Oh, it's not possible that body was used for an entirely different badger? Different badger? Yes, or put it more bluntly, it was the lower half of this badger. Swan?
Take that!
That may have been the Bad Badger, but his body was the Blue Badger's. Blue Badger? Hold on, let's see here. Wasn't that... Yep.
Take that!
What the heck is that? Proto Badger. Yes, in a simple matter of process of elimination, this Pops was wearing the Blue Badger's costumes, but we can eliminate that one. The Pink Badger is the wrong color, which would have been incredibly obvious. All that is left of the Proto Badger costume. This Pops was the one who wore the Proto Badger costume. That would be Lance. Ah!
Not so fast!
Are you seeing what I think you are? And Lance Amano donned the Bad Badger head, pretend to be Mr. Deacon? On top of which he plotted to shoot Miss Pops while wearing the hideous thing? The stage was set up for the stadium to be nothing more than that, a setup. And its purpose was lead to Miss Pops to believing that she had committed murder. Standing there in front of Miss Pops and pretending to be the victim was all done so that she would pull the trigger. I have no idea what you're talking about. Why would exactly I have to do all that, huh? There's only one reason. Lance Amano. You're the real culprit behind the murder of Mr. Oliver Deacon. What? No. That's slander. Take it back. You take it back right now. Just out of curiosity, Lance. Which is your dominant hand? I'm left-handed. What does that have to do with anything? It depends. According to Miss Pops, your attacker held the gun in his left hand.
Not so fast!
Ah, well, his left-handed don't prove a thing. Besides, you're just being absurd. It's not like Proto Badger is bulletproof. Well, misfire and he would have found himself dead, right?
Objection!
Of course. Logically, if he had been shot, he probably he wouldn't be here with us. But I believe he had thought of that as well, and prepared accordingly. And this should be all the evidence you need. This is how Lance made sure he wouldn't be hit by bullets.
Take that!
Prepared to protect himself. That's completely logical. Oh! It would be the head again, right?
Take that!
No.
Take that!
Let me read the evidence again. I don't know. What's the answer? The missing model gun? I thought that was like my last one, but I don't understand it. I found one half of the Badger's costume in the hideout, a broken one. About the same that the victim was wearing. Plus, it was missing something. The model gun that the Badger carries, which can fire blanks. What? Miss Pops, where's the gun used now? I threw it away into the sea. That makes it a bit tough to verify what it was. Although I believe that we can safely assume that it was a model gun in question.
Not so fast.
I've heard enough. All you've been spouting for is pure conjecture. I admit, as long as the model gun is lost to us, I can't prove I'm right. However, I can't say that the probability that I am right is very high. Okay, let's pretend you're right. And that the murder at the stadium was for fabrication. In that case, where do you think the murder really took place, Mr. Prosecutor? Don't know yet. Ah! And you're full of it. However, I do believe the murder took place during the earlier time frame. Please wait a second. It's simply not possible. Because I saw Mr. Deacon after he was restrained by Lance. Saw the victim in the state of being restrained. Came back to the hideout long after the other two. By the time Lance had already subdued and restrained Mr. Deacon, he had tied Mr. Deacon securely behind to the beam in the next room next door. After that, the two of us were on our costumes and made our escape. So Mr. Deacon must have escaped after the two of you had left, right? I thought I'd attract too much attention if we left together, so I left first. We planned to meet again at the stage of the stadium. But then, as we were walking through the park, I got a call from Lance on my cell phone. Oliver managed to escape. Looked like he was waiting until I was alone. He also stole the gun from me at the time. Then the murder happened. Mr. Deacon must have overheard their plan to meet up at the stage. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, Miss Pop saw the victim with her own eyes. Means the victim was still alive that time, wouldn't you agree? Why does that sound wrong to me? Must be something amiss about this account. See what happens when I examine it in more detail.
Hold it!
When did you arrive back at the hideout? It was after we picked up the ransom money. Where were you until the time returned? I was scouting at the park out, making preparations for our escape. I walked around in various areas looking for the best route. Each of them had their own roles to play. After I was done, I went back to the hideout.
Hold it!
How did Lance look at the time? Well, he looked shocked. He also looked a little down when I saw that the sadness in his eyes. Thank you. That's enough now. Now what about Mr. Deacon? What was the situation like?
Hold it!
You sure that was Mr. Deacon that you saw? Yes, I'm certain of what I saw. I went to the other room to check. It said that it was best I didn't get too close to him. Lance, such a kind soul. And are you telling me that you did not confirm that it was Mr. Deacon for yourself? I checked through a slit in the door that separates the two rooms. He had the Bad Badger head on, so I'm absolutely sure. It had to be Mr. Deacon. She saw the Bad Badger head. Girly, that was probably Edgeworth.
Hold it!
Hideout Mr. Deacon was still in his Bad Badger costume? Yes, and? Okay, that she misread the whole situation. And now, should I raise an objection? The person you saw was not the victim. Why not? I'll tell you why not. With this. Miss Pops shows us that this is the person you saw was not the victim.
Take that!
Pops. The person you saw was not Mr. Deacon at all. Huh? The person you actually saw was this person. It was me. Huh? The person I saw was you, Mr. Edgeworth? I always thought that was a bit odd. Why would the kidnappers abduct me, even after I had handed over the ransom? It's not as though I saw the face of the kidnappers. If I were them, I would just taken the $1 million and ran. But in the end, there was no point. There was a point to it all. It was to make me look like Mr. Deacon. And that was the reason for which I was abducted. I believe we can assume that the victim was already dead at the time. Well, Lance, am I right? That's... Don't miss Pops a person, namely me, with the blue bad badger head on. I then made your costume escape together. Or so you pretended. Huh? What do you mean, pretended? Exactly that. I believe Lance watched you escape, then doubled back to the hideout. I had to come back and remove the bad badger head off my unconscious self. Ooh. I had to create his fake prison with the prop sword, then escaped by the passageway. Hold your tongue, boy! Don't you get caught up in the tidal wave of words coming out of Mr. Prosecutor's mouth. Tidal wave? Heard a lot coming out of you, and yet to see it shared evidence. Like his betrayal and his subsequent detentions. Oh, that could have happened while you were still out cold. That's right! You were out for quite a while, Mr. Prosecutor. If that were the case, Miss Pops would have still seen me tied up to the beam. I was scared of Mr. Deacon, so I didn't go into the next room. I really have no idea if you were in there or not, Mr. Edgeworth. See? It would seem that you can't prove a thing. Ugh. Who said that? Please wait. Mr. Amano. Oh ho ho, Miles, my boy. It looks like you're really giving it your all. And Lance. Not good to cause trouble for others. Dad! Why does this sound like a Mario RPG song? Like, this reminds me of, like, Mushroom Town. Let's see. The one in charge of the investigation, correct? Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry my son's been nothing but trouble. This probably won't make up for anything, but I can have evidence for you. Well, you do know you now. That what I think it is? The bad badger costume the victim was wearing, and the gun. I couldn't wait around for the police, so I went and found these myself. It appears that they were disposed into the sea. Ah! There's no one in this country who actually obeys the law. There. Now, Agent Lang, please come back. Huh? What the heck is that scrap of paper? It appears to be a letter from the Chief of Police. Please allow Mr. Amano to complete freedom to do as he sees fit, it says. What? The Chief of Police? What the? Who does he think he is? A person who wields the highest authority in this area. Oh, there now. There is no need to be so upset. Huh. I'm not cut from this land. I'm not bound by the laws of your country. No. I'm not meant to strong-arm you into anything. It's just a request. I'm only asking you to please respect the laws of the land. Can't really say no to that. Oh, returning it to the topic at hand. Doesn't matter who found the evidence, its value remains unchanged. Right now, let's take a look at this new evidence. I already got the results back. The special forensics research that I'm on good terms with conduct the results, tests. They verified the blood on this costume belonged to Oliver. As for the gun, the only fingerprints they could find was yours, Lauren! What? You disappoint me, Miles. I can't believe that you would cause my son such stress and heartache. Thank goodness, I was able to find the final pieces of evidence. This you have no reason to left to push my poor boy around. For the case-making pieces of evidence? Huh. I'll rest until I inspect every suspicious nook and cranny. There's 2 guns on this one. Down to the actual murder weapon. bullet hole. It's like some kind of burnt out around the edges. Wait, these burn marks were left by the gunpowder. This is an important fact. Why is that? Because it's proof that the victim was shot at point-blank range. Then we ignore this gun again. What's this? Like there's something inside the costume head. Hey, there's a spark plug. That's really valuable. Sorry, but they're just pieces of mirror. Where are they? Here. Well, these are not the most definitive pieces of evidence that you could ever seen. Thank you, Dad. This should be enough to convince the even Edgeworth over this. Make no mistake, these are fingerprints on that murderous gun. And they prove that it was Lolly who killed Mr. Oliver. Oliver was also after Lolly's life. But Mr. Edgeworth, you must even see that Lolly was the only acting in self-defense. Fingerprints on the weapon, huh? Oh no, isn't that helpful at all? Look, Mr. Edgeworth, all I want to do is save Lolly. In the end, I could do is watch as she takes the punishment for her crimes. That would be all what you can do, however. I still have a case to solve, and a job to do. A job of unraveling your insidious lie. You would be. You wouldn't believe me, even if the face of all this evidence.
Hold it!
Those fingerprints. Are they sure they belong to the Mr. Pops? There's no mistake about it. From my connections, I had the best forensics technicians money can buy to perform. I find that a bit peculiar. But what? Are you trying to pick an argument with me? What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Maybe not this early, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Frankly, I don't believe that Miss Pop's prints should be on the gun to begin with. The reason Miss Pop's prints should not be on the gun is wearing the costume, right?
Take that!
Simply not possible for Miss Pops to have left any prints on the murder weapon. Because while she was at the stadium, Miss Pops was wearing a costume. Huh? But there's no mistake. We found the fingerprints. Well, Miss Pops, do you remember touching the gun at any time? Yes. As a matter of fact, I did hold it for a bit back in the hideout. Handed it off to Mr. Deacon when he left Lance off for the haunted house. Paid the ransom money, I suppose. And there you have it. That is when Miss Pop's prints found their way onto the gun. Grr! You understand now, Mr. Amano? Fingerprints do nothing but prove that Miss Pops is not... Do nothing to prove that Miss Pops is the murderer. The one-time fingerprints actually proves that it's not a murderer. But you still don't have anything to prove that she isn't the killer, right? I'm very mad about insisting that your girlfriend is the cold-blooded killer. Oh, Lance! What? No way! I'm incredibly worried about her. It's just, it doesn't change the fact that you don't have any evidence, right? That's where you're wrong. I have the evidence. What? How? The story that Miss Pops killed the victim at the stage of the stadium. The whole affair is simply not true, because that was not the real crime scene, but a setup. This proves that the real murder was not committed at the stadium at all.
Take that!
This piece of evidence proves that the real crime scene is not in fact the stadium. Or not. The AI messed up. 0 out of 10? Proves that the real murder was not committed at the stadium at all. Not killed at the... one? I'm gonna save here. Scenario: the victim was up on the stage and Miss Pops was down below. Must be something that validates it.
Take that!
Should have read the evidence and find the updated evidence. Let's look at another look at the costume the victim was wearing. I believe you'll see why I insist that he not shut the victim at the stadium. This is the part that proves it. Bullet hole?
Take that!
Burn around this bullet hole is made when the victim was shot at point-blank range. Ah, so then you mean the murder Miss Oldbag saw at the stadium really was? Yes. She saw two people, but they're separated by a distance. The victim was intended shot from below the stage. There shouldn't be gunpowder on burn. Ah! Hey, look at you, Mr. Smarty Pants, prosecutor. If you seem to know all the answers, then why not tell us the real crime scene is then? That's set me to make it look a beak in the back of your head. If that's the case, the murder must have happened prior to that. I would have thought the murder happened at the hideout. Location where lights of the victim were at before I was in prison. Got it. I know the real scene of the murder. Real location in which Mr. Deacon was killed here. Haunted house, right?
Take that!
And the result, assume the murder took place in the haunted house. Haunted house? Yes. And I have proof that it was highly likely that the victim was killed there. There's the shard of
Take that!
mirror. These were inside the costume the victim was wearing. Fragments of a mirror. Mirror? What does that have to do with anything? Oh, what does that have to do with anything? Indeed. I doesn't exactly expect to find pieces of mirror in the costume. Yeah, that's pretty dangerous. Oh, there is one piece I can think of where the plethora of mirror fragments. That's the haunted house. That's Amano. I propose you killed Mr. Deacon with a revolver in your haunted house. For that, you stole the Blue Badger's mobile to move his body while rest area. Timing of when the Blue Badger mobile was stolen confirms this fact. Miles, my boy, say no more. I'm sorry, Mr. Amano, but I cannot do that.
Let them back!
Be quiet. Yes, please, do something. Stop that boy from speaking any more nonsense. Ernest Amano, correct? I meant you. Now, be quiet, Grace. How dare you? I don't need words. The only one I require is evidence. Decisive evidence. Let's call these mere bits. Decisive is a bit too presumptuous, Mr. Prosecutor. What? Tina! Is there a mirror in the kidnapper's hideout? Yes, there was a mirror in there. Mirror that was for the haunted house. See? It is impossible for the fragments to get into the costume in there. But Agent Long, there's no fragments on the floor, so possibly is very low.
Let them back!
Awesome probability. Long Z says, on the truth's past, the word probability does not exist. The only thing that does is definitive proof. The question, Mr. Prosecutor, is, do you have definitive proof do you need? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, do you? I have solid evidence that proves the murder took place at the haunted house. The answer is no. See? You don't have anything, so shut up. I don't have any evidence yet, but during the murder carried around the time I turned the ransom over. I'm the only people at the haunted house, besides myself, for Lance and Mr. Deacon. I can prove that the murder took place at the haunted house, and I can prove that Lance's guilt in connection to the murder. But now, Mr. Edgeworth, Agent Long, I have a special request. Yeah? I'd like to prove to you that this crime scene was indeed the haunted house. Why in the world are you asking a werewolf for permission? Because I don't really have a choice. I want to find the truth. Alright, permission granted. You're not going to touch a single thing, got it? That won't be a problem. Important to me is the truth is brought to light. It doesn't matter by who or how it's done, as long as it is. Ah! Jannah! I'm here. Send the paperwork for authorization immediately. Understood. I shall go to the Gatewater Hotel, group's approval. was that? Now. Let's hold on for a second. There is no need for obtaining approval. Oh. Agent Long, if you please take a look at this. This. Jana! It's the deed to the haunted house. Deed? Read it out loud. Gate Waterland Inc. hereby bequeaths the property known as Haunted House to Mr. Amano for the lump sum of 1 million paid in full cash. What? Oh, as you can see, I am the legal owner of the haunted house. Are you kidding? When did you? I ran into the owner of the park earlier, and we made a deal almost immediately. How quickly things move when you can prepare $1 million in the blink of an eye. That 1 million paid. Don't tell me it was. Oh, that's right. This disgusting suitcase that belongs to you, doesn't it? I don't have any more use for it, so you may have it back now. Use the ransom money? Why, Lance is a good boy. He even apologized for the kidnapping a bit earlier. But I do believe that I will forgive him. After all, he did return the ransom money. Wow. You know, after I did the first part of this, I did think about how, like, the story is really weird and how it's about Edgeworth and how he's able to use corrupt money to, like, do the things he's capable of doing, like going on, like, overseas trips and stuff. Compared to Phoenix Wright, who can't do any of that stuff because he's dirt broke. And here we see him, like, Edgeworth running against the machine that is allowing him to do this kind of thing. That's the way things are, so if you would please discuss things with me from now on. Actually interesting that this is like an actual discussion, classist discussion in some ways. Discuss? What is there to discuss? My permission to enter the haunted house, of course. We were busy listening to Lance's story. Mr. Amano was out there preempting us. Permission to search the haunted house is denied. End of discussion. Agent Long, I want you to arrest that girl. Miles, you should hurry home now, my boy, before I really lose my temper. Ah! Mr. Amano definitely has the deck stacked in his favor here. What should I do? If I leave like this, the truth will likely be lost forever. It'd be really funny if, like, it just, the next chapter just begins with, objection! And it's Lance going like, we got a warrant for this. Can't get permission to investigate the crime scene, then the truth will be lost. Hold it. Okay. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you spacing out? Have you forgotten? There's only one thing you should be at a time like this. What is that? When people are in a bind, the hero just disappears to save the day. Look, you just leave it to me. For I am Kei Faraday, the second of the great Yagataratsu. I thought you were a thief, not a hero. The Yagataratsu is noble, and that's always a thief of justice. Of course. You have just enough information. I can recreate inside the haunted house with this. Plus, when we factor in everyone's testimony, to recreate exactly what happened when I dropped off the ransom money. Maybe I'll figure out some new information through this. Worth a try. Agent Long, so you want to use your little toy? Be my guest. Okay, hang on. You're all about to witness the true power of real modern day Robin Hood. That's it, Gumshoe. Robin Hood. What would the Japanese version be? Or what is it? There's a great thief in Japan. He's like at the edge of my mind. You gotta look it up. Gomen! Ishikawa Gomen. That's who I was thinking of. Yeah, the legendary Gomen. Lieutenant Gumshoe, your copy of the haunted house's blueprint among the police reference documents. Yes, sir. Just in case we need it for the kidnapping case. I'll put the data house in data then. I feel like anything discovered in this is just gonna be circumstantial, though. What is this? Where are we? It's like we're inside the haunted house. Can't expect the real location itself. Perhaps the truth slumbers here. I can successfully navigate the way using logic, and ultimately arrive at the truth. Nothing. I believe I'm ready to investigate the crime scene. Okay, then what should I create first? You haven't figured out yet? Maybe I have, and maybe I haven't. I'm gonna make you do all the hard work. Very well. I'd like to inspect the moment which I was ambushed at by an abductor. Two of them were definitely in this place at the time. If I can verify that, it may provide me with new lead. Came out of the hallway after leaving the money inside the dining room. I saw a badger slumped on the floor at the end of the hall. Eh? That was a badger doing all the way down there. I also thought this was strange. However, I thought it was simply a mannequin that was set there for an atmosphere. You know which blue badger was? No. Too dark to tell. All I saw was a silhouette. In that case, I guess I'll program the badger silhouette. No. Okay, programming complete. Then as I start walking towards the exit. That's when you're attacked from behind, right? Yes. That's odd. Always a dead end. Where did your assailant come from? There's only one location I can think of. I believe my assailant was lying away here.
Take that!
That doll I saw wasn't really a doll. It was in fact a costume kidnapper. Oh, so they used the costume as the perfect camouflage to blend in with the rest of the house? Precisely. Waited until I made the drop-off. Then I was about to leave. And just as I saw him take a step towards the exit, he stood and launched his attack. I think of another better hiding place than this. Hey, not bad. I'm beginning to think I should steal this tactic for myself. Just don't use it to do anything criminal, okay? No, Lance? What? What are you asking me for? One of the kidnappers? I figured you should give you the chance to confess first. I was one of the kidnappers, but well, I don't know anything. I did come up with the haunted house, but I never set the foot inside. I left Oliver in charge of picking up the ransom money. And you stepped foot inside. Are you telling the truth, or is he another lie? Alright then. You're claiming that it was Mr. Deacon who assaulted me? Yes, I'm sure it was him. Okay, putting new info now. Mr. Deacon was the Bad Badger, right? Bad Badger has his gun attached to his right hand. I'll change it to the weapon as his left hand. Now to verify the facts of this recruitment. Replica of myself. You're totally oblivious to what's behind you, huh? Suppose I was to blame for what happened to me. Incredibly dark, which was all the more reason I should have been more alert. I hope to never get caught by surprise again. You didn't recreate the weapon. Well, I can't exactly recreate something I know nothing about. But tell me, where were you hit with? That came from behind, so I have no idea. I doubt it's someone with bare hands. Okay, where were you hit? Hit on the right side of my head, above my temple. Bit of blood, didn't anything serious. Ouch, sounds painful. It's working like that when you say that. It's just your imagination, now let's see. I wonder if there's anything in the hallway that could have been used as a weapon. I'm looking for something the culprit could have used to hit you with. Lord?
Take that!
There was indeed such an object lying here in the hallway. Oops. This thing here? Yes. Well, we did find it in a kidnapper's hideout. Wait, yes, it was possible that the culprit took it with them after using it on me. Leave no evidence behind, right? Right. Maybe worth more thorough examination yet. What says you want to run on this sword? I want to see blood on me, right? Our luminol test. Possibly some of my blood is found to this. Zhilong, may I ask your cooperation in the matter? Huh. I have no choice. Shina, call the lab boys. Understood. Except for the dab on its left side, it would appear that the blade is spotless. So it must have been on the left side of the prop sword that hit you, right? Okay, I'll update the recreation with this piece of info. It's kind of wondrous to say that the recreation also recreated items that, I don't know, can really be described as, I guess. Hey! Say, it's rather embarrassing to see myself like this. Also, what were you thinking about the time? I recall, I would guess that the thinking of the kidnapping. Because I don't think so at all. Face practically screams, I'm about to be conked over the head. If I had known at the time, do you think I would have let myself be hit? Next, this badger will swing his left arm, complete with weapon in hand. Yes, but to club me on the left side of the prop sword? If I recreate the moment of impact, I want to see the pained expression on your face. Just find the way it is. Wait, no you're not. It's my imagination. Something not quite right. Someone connected to any of the evidence I hold? Maybe not yet. Thinking back, I was hit by the Proto-Badger. We already know that the heads got swapped out. But we kind of already know that I was hit by the Proto-Badger. Let's save first. Now, the Bad Badger is pretty bad looking when you see him up close. Well, what do you expect from a character named the Bad Badger? And those sunglasses! Wearing them in the dark makes him look extra bad. I'm lost, which is mean and bad does you really mean?
Eureka!
I suspected as much when it was, it has to be the sword somehow.
Eureka!
Finally, I found a clear contradiction of the facts about the sword. Except for a bit on the left side, this prop sword is absolutely spotless. However, if the culprit had used his left hand, the blood would be on the opposite side. Opposite side? Huh. Culprit hit me on the left hand, then the sword right side would hit. I see, but the blood is on the left side of the sword, right? Which means that he used his right hand to hit you. Exactly. This prop sword is a large guard attached to the hilt. It'd be impossible to hold it with two hands while wearing a costume with such big hands. Therefore, it cannot be left or both hands. It must have been the right. Use the data to reflect the right-handed swing. Not yet, Kay. There's since another changing anything yet. You can change the parameters to the right hand. It'll only create a new contradiction. Changing the prop sword to the culprit's right hand would conflict with what? Gun.
Take that!
Bad Badger already holds a gun in his right hand, so he can't hold a sword in addition. Hey, that's right. Then what now? Is it his left hand or his right hand? Means the one who struck me could not have been the Bad Badger. Are you paying attention, Lance? Oh, Mr. Deacon could have not been the one who struck me. Which leaves only you as the primary suspect. Ah, fine. It was me. I hit you. Here's how you lied to me yet again. See how quickly you catch to you, Lance. Wait, is Lance left-handed? Ah, yes. That's what makes this deception all the more interesting. He used his right hand to make it look like it was Mr. Deacon who had wanted to strike me. For you see, firing a gun with one's non-dominant hand is difficult. But that level of dexterity isn't required to swing a prop sword. Ah! Okay, put the new data. The one who hit me was behind me was Lance. Or should I say, the Proto Badger. Got it. Here I go. Now see? We have the faithful recreation of the situation around the who attacked me. Alright, what we have to do is examine this new recreation and...
Not so fast!
Exactly so funny, Agent Long. That amusing little gadget is sure packs a punch, right, Shana? Yes, it was all that I could do to hold my laughter in. Hey, don't make fun of my little thief, you mean old werewolf. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth, bring out the best in each other. Got a little fun, but now it's my turn. I gotta sat quietly by listening. By the crude conclusions you two keep spewing, don't whet this wolf's appetite. No guarantee that your toy will always show you the real situation in a given time. All it displays is whatever information you put in, right? Well, when you put it that way, your suspicions are wrong. It's not your fault that I'm going to let you in on this. A little trick to this haunted house. May that be exactly. A trick beyond your tiny imaginations can produce. Shana! Good you are. Now then, what do you miss, girlie? It's written right here on this pamphlet. The 7 Wonders of the Haunted House. The Disappearing Badger. What is this? I'd say that someone around here is fond of theatrics. You can see the set doll in the hallway is for that purpose. Basically, the blue badger you saw was a stupid doll. How can this be? Guess that throws your whole theory out. Your attacker, right? Out the window. Ugh. But that can't be right. Either the culprit set the doll somewhere. Hid the doll somewhere. Then he laid down next to pretend to be it and said,
Not so fast!
The criminal couldn't even hide himself in the hallway. How could he hide that giant doll? You get it now? Thanks to your presumptions. Your logic started off weak and led you to the completely wrong conclusion. Get off your high horse. Edgeworth. Okay, I wonder if you could please put the input in the information form. You don't know when to quit, do you? I can't quit. Not until I declare that I have found the truth. Agent Long, for me, the additional information, yeah, my thanks. There you go again. Well, see if I care. Yeah, updating the recreation now. That's pretty weird. Kind of changes from Blue Badger into the Proto Badger all of a sudden. The Slip-Over Badger was just a doll. Where was my attacker hiding? Well, we're gonna find out, right? Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go. Yes, let's. Recreation can't be right. It means there's a contradiction somewhere. Rest until I inspect every suspicious nook and cranny. The Badger is just a doll for use in the haunted house. He's the one who killed this Blue Badger was the Bad Badger, right? According to the Blue Badger Bible, it says that they are at each other's worst enemy. All because of an ally of justice. The other is a vile criminal with a gun. Perhaps they're just destined to battle each other, much like the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. Around, it almost feels like the house is mirrors. You've never heard of this many mirrors inside a haunted house before. You know, this is the real crime scene thanks to mirror shards. With these shards, there's something different about them. The ones we found earlier are thicker than the shards from the mirrors in this wall. Look, there's some sort of design on the back too. How can he figure this out from a recreation? Like, I feel like she at least needs to be there before to know what the mirrors are made of. Pieces of the costume are certainly different from the other mirrors. I mean, see that are pieces of not pieces of the mirrors? There's a secret wall. So the Turnabout shows up in our recreation. Yes. Question is, where did he come from? And there's no place to hide in our current model. Like inconsistency somewhere. Pieces of set armor pile here. I think most always have the sets of armor inside a haunted house. Well, this sort of interior design is meant to bring out a sense of a bit of normalcy. But all your explanations have to be hard to understand, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll try to explain it again, but this time even a thief like me can get it. That proved to be a most difficult task. The Proto-Badger who struck me. Suppose I should really say it's Lance. Oh, are you gonna get him back? No need to resort to violence when the lawsuit that I plan to bring to court will suffice. Really? I'm gonna totally deck them right back. If someone steals from me, I steal something from them. If I get hit, I hit them back. If I get paid, I return the money. That's the secret to how a great thief works. Third statement doesn't seem to benefit her survival. I need a second statement. Something here I haven't found yet. What's wrong with this guy? Should he be disappearing?
Eureka!
Hold on a second. There's something wrong with the Blue Badger. Huh? Like what? The way the belt is on him is opposite of how it should be. Make a mistake? Can't be. I put the image exactly as it is on the pamphlet. Why is the Blue Badger dressed up in the reverse? Huh. The Badger in the pamphlet photo is in reverse to the regular Blue Badger. Why? Must be some sort of explanation. Left. Right. Oh. And match the two stick. Oh. Ah. Hey, do you remember what I said earlier? What you said earlier about what? How this building might as well have been House of Mirrors. House of Mirrors. Oh! That would explain. The reversed or mirror image. Yes, this Blue Badger might be nothing more than a reflected image of the real one. Then, was the Blue Badger you saw just a reflection? I looked down this hallway and I thought it was perfectly straight. However, there was a mirror. Oh, then that would actually be the form of an L shape, right? Precisely. I was deceived. The hallway is almost pitch black. There's a beam on the way obstructed by my view the other way. Other hallway. Wait, but why build this place like that? It sounds pretty pointless to me. Okay, this house is just another attraction in an amusement park. They created a mirror-like wall for a specific purpose that one can point it out to you. This is the reason they built the mirror wall. Created a mirror wall for a specific purpose. To make it disappear. Right?
Take that!
Written as written in the pamphlet. Main draw of this attraction? I had to think real hard for that one, even though I knew it was the answer. It's the mystery of the disappearing badger. I think they built the mirror out of the trick alone. You said the badger cell was definitely still there. That's true. Time, however. Trying this allows someone to make the blue badger disappear in a flash. To remove the reflected image, simply move the mirror. First, the mirror is constructed so that it could be moved. Beyond the mirror is an empty hallway to be corrected. Oh, so when people wanted to see the blue badger, they just opened the mirror. When they wanted to hide it, they simply had to close it again. This explains why the other side of these fragments have design on them. And the pattern is the same on the other wall in the hallway. And the mirror is closed, it would blend in with the rest of the walls. This is the mirror trick that the haunted house employs. And this also proves the existence of a hiding place for the culprit. Huh? How so? Think about it, Jay. There's a place where it was outside my field of vision. Culprit kept out of sight by hiding here.
Take that!
A very large blind spot one cannot see beyond. It was here. When I said it hid on the other side of the immovable mirror, you wouldn't be able to see him. You didn't even need to do anything to the blue badger doll. Exactly. All I had to do was wait for me on the other side of the mirror. Wait, hold on. I just saw something. Yes. Well, shouldn't the mirror wall be broken right now? In reality? Since we have a few shards of it, we can probably assume it was. Yes, it most definitely was broken. The question is, when it was broken? Found these inside the victim's costume. Meaning that the victim was there when the mirror was broken. Wait! Sound! Leave the money and go now! The sound I heard was most definitely the sound of a mirror breaking. Hey, I'd like you to put in some new information. Ah! Don't scare me like that! Sure, I need you to recreate something for me. Sure, whatever you need. What do you need anyway? You could at first recreate this hallway just before I entered the dining hall. Then you got it! Now this, I believe, is how it was right before I entered the dining room. Although at the time, I thought it was but a single straight hallway. Then I went inside. Around the time I heard a sound of a mirror shattering. Heard what? Then, yes, I believe that mirror was broken. Okay, so when did you step outside the hallway again? Mirror wall should no longer exist. Okay. Please recreate that. Got it. Wait, mirror gone, the culprit lost his hiding spot. Where did he go with his proto-badger suit, Mr. Edgeworth? Huh, easy enough. Mirror gone, he simply hid himself in the branch hallway. I think that's about wraps it up. I can finally solved everything. No, not yet. New larger contradiction has now reared its head. Huh? Perhaps you did not notice, but this is a recreation that contains a very troubling inconsistency. The inconsistency between what I saw and the recreation lies here, because it was...
Take that!
Hey, take a look at good at the end of the hall. Oh, there's no blue badger there. Exactly, the blue badger I saw in reality was not here. This is the final point in this long chain of logic. Last remaining contradiction. Let me get this straight. When you came out of the dining room, you saw a badger, right? And that is precisely where the final contradiction lies. That shouldn't exist was there before me. Who or what do you suppose it was? I believe this is the real identity of our mystery badger. Him, right? Because the mirror is broken, so you would see this badger dead. They won't let me present it, though.
Take that!
Badger I saw wasn't actually the dead victim's body. Yes, I was right! Arr! What? Agent Long, the entirety of my complete logic is the final, decisive piece of evidence. The murder happened in the hallway of the haunted house at the time of the drop-off. And now you can consider the moment I heard the mirror breaking to be the real time of death for Mr. Deacon. No! It was due to the fighting, or perhaps it was a life-shattering bullet. No matter what the cause was, the hallway mirror wall was broken. Ah! You were in the house at the time, right? Are you telling me that you missed the sound of a gunshot?
Objection!
There was a variety of sound effects playing at the time. All for theatrics, I assume. The gunshot must have blended right in. Aya! Now then, I'd like you to recall something for me. Who was it with the victim of the haunted house? Ugh! Who do you think was the one who had the opportunity to rob the victim of his gun and use it on him? Ark! It was you, Lance Amano. Okay. I'm sorry. Can't say it's tragic since he went through all this nonsense runaround. It's not like I had a choice. Oliver turned on me all of a sudden. He snapped and turned violent right when I hung up on you with you. He shoved me right to the ground and straddled me. I fought back as hard as I could and grabbed his gun and shot him. The bullet must have went through his body and shattered the mirror. If I hadn't taken his gun and shot him first, I would have been the one you found. He's a hardened criminal. He escaped from jail. See? That's just and he's cuffed again. That's justified self-defense. My boy was only trying to protect himself. That remains to be seen, and we'll have to resolve it in court. Agent Long, I leave it to the rest of you. Ha! As if you were the one in charge around here. Guys, arrest these two and bring them out of my sight. Wait! I had nothing to do with the murder. Only the person you should be arresting is Lance. Sorry, but you're not slipping away that easily. Mr. Ernest Amano, you tampered with the evidence so you could cover for your son. What a great dad you are, willing to risk it all. Truly touching. Ugh. By the way, you know why I'm really here? And how could you possibly know the answer to such an insane question? You wounded me. I come all this way across the sea just to see you, you know? You came to see me? What's that supposed to mean? I have a few things to ask you, Mr. Amano, about a case 10 years ago. A case from 10 years ago? Oh, what's the name of that you used to be here for that case? Gina! It's known as the KG-8 incident. KG-8 incident? Oh, so you remember? Good. And you'll recall this trigger. In that case was the Amano Group scandal. Specifically, the charge of an international smuggling. Wait, who's that word again? At the time, the person was arrested for the ringleader. Mr. Amano's very secretary, Mr. Colin Devere. Ah, father! Even though you pushed the crime onto your then secretary, Mr. Devere, I always suspected you were involved with the smuggling ring, Mr. Amano. Mr. Devere was arrested in place of you. Why, when he broke out, you hid him from the police, right? You hid him for exchange for his science, you little dirty secret. Now. Please calm down. I honestly have no idea what you're talking about. Ah, pretend I'll be arguing all you want. We're all till taking you down to the precinct anyway for a nice long chat. Who the heck was that? I'll take him down to the precinct if you don't mind. Who the heck are you? I'm Jacques Sportsman. I'm the prosecutor in the charge of this case. Ah, Jacques! Thank goodness you're here. Don't jerk me around. This is an Interpol case, so you keep your paws off my suspect. Sorry, but I can't comply. I got the backing of the prosecutor's office. See, in this country, 3 prosecutors work with the police to bring cases to the court. If you can please cooperate with me here, I'll be great. Now, how about the handshake to seal the deal? Sorry, but I hate prosecutors, the whole lot of you. Guys, arrest these two suspects. Sir! Oh, I almost forgot. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, is it? I'd like you to thank you. Thank me? Yeah, we're working so hard to fulfill my goal. Hey, is that any way to thank someone? And what the heck is that supposed to mean? You were so relentless with Lance that you forced Ernest to tamper with the evidence. Thanks to that, I finally have a legitimate reason to arrest him. So how does that make you feel to bite the hand that feeds you? The hand that feeds me? I'm not sure I follow. Heh, well, he's pretending with me. You're the one, right? You're the one corrupt prosecutor that's working for the Mr. Amano, the smuggling ring, right? No. Never do such a thing. In fact, you should be talking to the other prosecutor that just walked in. What the heck? Our intel's never wrong. In your prosecutor's office, there's definitely someone working with the ring. So Agent Long suspected me in my relation to Mr. Amano. Must be the real reason behind the antagonistic attitude. So the first case was definitely like the present. And we've gone through 2 cases before we get to this house. Get to that. On top of that, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, correct? There were non-stop rumors flying around about forged evidence with that guy. You're not twisting the truth behind those closed courtroom doors, are you? Courtroom, place where truth is revealed. Well, don't worry, it's not only you. A whole lot of you, but can't be trusted. Prosecutor can never be trusted. 40 years. Their defendant must be found guilty. Fueled by that kind of thinking. Is it any wonder that courts produce nothing but falsities and lies? His disdain extends beyond just me. Prosecutors, courts. Why is this man so angry at us all? Rest assured, the next time we meet, it won't be so forgiving. So don't forget it. She's just there to style on everyone. Please wait. Agent Shinan. How's Agent Lang hate all prosecutors so? Lang is the head of the long-honored House of Lang and Zhongfa. The heads of all prosecutors related to divisions that this country were all Lang blood. Were? What do you mean by that? They still? They were revered, but it's long ago. They don't hold that sort of sway anymore. It was all because of the cults. How can that be? A prosecutor once tampered with the evidence of one of Long's detectives found. That evidence purity was tarnished. The cost of the Long family honor and trust. Not all prosecutors are like that. Even so, Lang will never respect the court again, or any prosecutor. But why work for the police, which works with the prosecutors? Okay. Agent Long is a man who hates all courts and is unwilling to forgive prosecutors. Man, what a piece of work that guy is. Come on, Jim. We better catch up. Yeah. They gotta deliver that thing to the old man, after all. So we're calling the president. Protect the gumshoe. I think it's time we wrapped up and headed out ourselves. Yeah! Are you going home, Mr. Edgeworth? No. Done nothing but entangled one mess after another since my return. It's alright with you. Can you drop off at my office? No problem, sir. Excuse me. Yes? What is it? That is, thanks very much. Oh, that's okay. No need to thank me, pal. Just doing my job as detective. I guess I was fooled pretty badly by Lance. Oh, cruel fate! What does a woman do when she's been hurt by what she loves? I never realized my father was right there. I never even said anything to him. I knew it! I'm a failure! There she goes again, talking to herself. Miss Pops. I wonder if you could know why your father participated in the kidnapping. No, I have no idea. My father died while he was trying to stop Lance. It means that from the beginning, he had no interest in the staged self-abduction. Wait, why did he? I believe it was because of your presence, Pops. Me? Lance realized that the two of you were related, which is why he used you as a hostage, forced Mr. Devore into cooperating. Father, as a felon, he could not tell you his real relation to you. However, as the Yamato family butler, at the very least, he was able to watch over you. It was all he could do, but it was the shape of his overflowing love for you. Huh. Go on, speak your mind. That is... Thank you very much. You're welcome. Although, no need to thank me. No, Lauren, stop. I mean, this man's so much older than you. He looks like he completely stolen her away, Mr. Edgeworth. Way to go, sir. Your technique is way beyond the level of great thief. What are you going on about now? Oh, your deducing skills might be sound, but you have no street smarts. That's Mr. Edgeworth for you. Yeah, I mean, he still hasn't figured out who I aim at all. You haven't remembered it all this time. I guess I'm going to have to just say it. This is the first time we met, you know? What do you mean, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, how do you know this girl? Huh. Looks like you totally forgot about me too, Gummy. Gummy? Here, this will jog your memories. I promise to return you this one day, remember? That's... Single piece of cloth took me back far into my past. Oh my goodness! That fateful day, 7 years ago, when I first met then Child K and Detective Gumshoe. We're going farther into the past. We flashbacked. We're about to flash forward to the present, only to flash back farther into the past. Turnabout reminiscence. I do have to admit, some of that was getting a little tiring after a while. But then I started getting my second wind when it started getting interesting again. Gumshoe's in this picture. I'll be right back. I'm gonna play some music. Oh, hello. Alright. Plan to maybe try to build. This is a new case. I was feeling terrible earlier, but now I'm feeling better. Here we go. Turnabout Reminiscence. Hey, Faraday. Oh. Piece of cloth that she conjured up has taken me back to many years ago. Seven years earlier. Oh, we actually get to see the courtroom. Yeah, that's right. I did it. I killed the guy. But it was the great thief Yatagaratsu that did it. I asked the defendants just what exactly you're trying to do. Don't you get it? I know the true identity of the thief. But Yatagaratsu. It's the man standing right over there at the prosecutor's bench. Are you saying that I am Yatagaratsu? Don't you dare deny it! You told me to kill him when you stuck in the embassy. Are you claiming that Mr. Faraday is Yatagaratsu? That's exactly what I'm saying. Mr. Rell, I think I heard just about enough about you. Your Honor, please listen to me. I'm telling the truth. You gotta believe me! Such unique-looking characters. In accordance with the defendant's accusation, the prosecutor shall be called to replace Mr. Faraday. This court will be in recess until the new prosecutor is ready. Oh, what? Why did that never happen to the previous ones in this game? Well, I guess it did take place before Phoenix, right? In fact, I read that that kid's shirt in here is like out of timeline because the blue badger hasn't been invented yet. But the original picture makes him look like too much like Pikachu. So the remaster went for the safe bet. It's time for me to enter the courtroom. So that's when his first debut came in. And my first assignment as prosecutor will be as a replacement for the prosecutor who has been accused by the defendant. Edgeworth. Sir. Oh man, what was my Von Karma voice? Have you read... Objection! Have you read over the documents regarding this trial? Yes, sir. I've memorized everything it is to know. Very good. The paperwork for the prosecutor's substitution is just about complete. Edgeworth, bear in mind that as your mentor, I, Manfred von Karma, will accept nothing short of perfection. I understand, sir. To have the chance to stand in court at such an early stage in my career, I am honored and proud. As I have watched over your studies... Objection. Objection! Sorry, I gotta get in character. I am giving you this very rare chance. Prove yourself. Crush the defendant's pathetic lies into oblivion. I need a voice changer, man. Yes, sir. That such legendary prosecutor will be watching judging my performance. Be perfect in every way. I wonder how they're gonna do this. Is this gonna be like a court case scenario? Bulletin board. trial schedules are posted on it. No schedule for this week, huh? Only one trial listed. Must be a mistake. Well, this country's judicial system is not working as it should. Should be a lead defendant's log. Edgeworth, where are your composure? If you wish to take a look at your enemy, do so in the courtroom. As you crush them! Indeed. Thank you. You are a man of wisdom and experience, sir. Today's trial should have ended in 1 minute. Because the defendant was picked out by a security camera, correct? Exactly. The killer had the gall to say that he only killed because they're instructed to do so. The more about just his claim that the defense prosecutor, Brian Faraday, gave the order. Prosecutor. Faraday is such a fool. He's been cornered by his own prey. Sir, your acquaintance of Mr. Brian Faraday? He is a pathetic man as he speaks nothing but nonsense. Nonsense. He once tried to explain to me a very way of punishing those who cannot be brought to court. Those who cannot be brought to court. That is nonsense, for no man is above the law. Well, there's always a few exceptions. However, there are reason to even deal such individuals. A prosecutor is a guardian of the courts. One noble obligation outside matter. Thus, there's no reason to deal with such individuals, I see. Edgeworth, disgracing yourself as Faraday as will not be forgiven. I have no fear. I will let you down, sir. In place of the accused prosecutor, Brian Faraday, I'll prove the defendant's guilt. Very good. I've secured an hour recess for you to prepare for just that. Show them all the power of Karma. So you have achieved a firm understanding of the case? Yes, sir. I memorized everything that is written down in the case files. There's nothing in here. Prosecutor badge is it? Please gonna say something. Well then, explain the case to me. I want to see if you really know what you're talking about. Understood. The murder was committed on September 8th in front of a Cambodian embassy. The victim, Mr. Deadman. Mr. Deadman. Is that how you say? The I is over in the wrong spot, so I guess you're supposed to say Deadman or something like that. So it's not so obvious. Was a staff member of the embassy. The defendant in this case is Mr. Mackerel. Mackerel? Was held for questioning the night of the incident. He was deemed suspicious. He was quickly placed under arrest by possession of a murder weapon, a gun. Furthermore, at the time of the murder, the great thief Yatsugaratsu has finally successfully infiltrated the Kofian embassy as well. First, Rel claimed that he himself was Yatsugaratsu, and that he did not kill Deadman. What were I expected to gain from such a desperate lie? It's possible that he wanted to go down while in the spotlights. He was found guilty. There's truly no limit to people's inanity. But I digress. Continue, Edgeworth. Yes, sir. During the trial, the prosecution presented the security footage of the captured and the murder. Footage clearly showed Mr. Rel as the murderer. Hector Rel firing the gun could clearly be seen from the visitor's gallery. Upon seeing that, the defendant retracted the statement and admitted to the murder. I did it, because I was told to. By the real Yatsugaratsu, Brian Faraday. That sounds about right. However, you've forgotten one thing. While this might appear to simply be a murder of a Kofian embassy staff member, people are actually referring to it as the second KG-8 incident. KG-8 incident. Very sorry. Here I failed to study it hard enough. Well, even among the police, this information is only select few are privy to. Can you please enlighten me, sir? Also, can you look at my badge? It's thanks to you that I finally become a prosecutor, sir. I It's amusing that you wanted to become a defense attorney, yet become my student. Huh. Such a strange path you traveled. True that I had once wanted to become a defense attorney. And now I'm honored and proud to be a prosecutor. Then as a student of mine, I shall suggest you remember this one. Prosecutor badge, not to be flaunted. The dignity of a prosecutor lies in the man himself, not in his badge. I understand. Keep that in mind. Besides, why put holes in your fine garments? It's simply preposterous. Prosecutors must also pride their appearance. I'll keep this in mind as well. I'm constantly reminding others at the prosecutor's office of this. It's more fashionable to keep a prosecutor badge in your pocket. In other words, always treat the prosecutor's badge with the care and honor. I understand, sir. Also present profiles. Sir, what do you mean by the second KG8 incident? In order for me to tell you that, you must learn about the original case. Take a look at these documents. This is a 3-year-old newspaper. You have heard of the Amano Group scandal before, correct? Yes, I have. The secretary of Ernest Amano, the Amano's group director, who was arrested under the suspicion of smuggling. Correct. This Yu was an employee of the Amano Group and the sole witness of the smuggling operation. It was she who brought the crime to light. However, Miss Yu was silenced before she could testify in court. Wasn't a Kofian embassy staff member arrested for the murder? Yes, a Kofian by the name of Manny Koshin was the suspect. However, due to lack of evidence, the case went unresolved. Lack of evidence? Ah! Only I was in charge of the case. I would have done everything in my power to prove his guilt. Make sure all the criminals are found guilty. Mentor is really dedicated. Faraday was the prosecutor of the case, and then he was as pathetic as ever. Mr. Faraday was in charge of KG8 incident as well. That's right. And now, once again, the victim's case you are currently assigned to was someone who was scheduled to testify against the smuggling ring. Just like that last time, the victim was murdered right before he was testifying. Catching on. The victim was murdered just before the day in court against the smuggling organization. Events are occurring almost exactly the same way as they did in KG8 incident. That's why it's being called the second KG8 incident. Yes! There's one difference between the two incidences. What would that be? The so-called noble thief that is sending everyone into an uproar. The great thief, Yatsugaratsu. Better find out more. Is it true that Yatsugaratsu showed up at the Kofian embassy? What could he or she have been after? No doubt to steal suspicious accounting records and release them to publicly. Or more likely to steal the secrets from the Kofian embassy itself. Since the item that the Yatsugaratsu stole there was sent to the police. What was that the Yatsugaratsu sent to the police? I don't know the details. Anything related to Yatsugaratsu is getting the top secret treatment. Still, I find it very ironic. After returning of the stolen item to the police, there's proof of the positive that Yatsugaratsu had infiltrated the embassy on the same day the staff member was killed. Criminals have a way of incriminating themselves, wouldn't you say? That would have to be the first time Yatsugaratsu has left evidence behind, correct? Yes, indeed. If you wish to learn more about Yatsugaratsu, then I suggest you ask Faraday. Faraday? Happens to be the prosecutor in charge of the Yatsugaratsu case as well. Prosecutor in charge and both the KG8 incident of the Yatsugaratsu case. This is a case of like Spider-Man, who was investigating himself. Mr. Faraday really has a lot on his plate. What is this little girl? You're scary, mister. Did you need something? I want to trade these coins with you. This full of dimes, quarters, and pennies? Looks like you've got exactly $1. Is this what you want?
Thanks! That's
exactly what I needed! That child be here to watch the trial. Not disrespectful for a child to be running around inside the courthouse. Does no one respect this country's judicial system anymore? The paperwork for the prosecutor's substitution is complete! Why you? Do you even know how much time there was left before the trial resumes? I'm sorry, sir! I can have you moping this courthouse instead of protecting it in an instant. Well, it's no bother, sir. Not being completely prepared could prove to be a perfect handicap for me. Proud one you are. They're both wagging fingers at each other. You had better collect the evidence from Faraday and prepare yourself. It's time for your debut, Edgeworth. Now where's the defense? What's going on? Why isn't Faraday here yet? How is it possible the defense is not prepared yet either? Bailiff, where is Mr. Faraday? I'm not sure. I wasn't really paying attention. Wow, we get to see the judge walk. Oh, you must be one of Ms. Von Karma's recommended, I hear this will be your first trial. I look forward to seeing how you perform. Oh, by the way, there was something celebrating a birthday during recess. I could have sworn I heard a popper going on. Come to think of it, the other day my grandson. Sir, looks like the trial is about to resume. However, yes, it will be all but impossible to prove that the witness is the liar without evidence from Faraday. What is that blasted buffoon up to? It's an emergency, sirs! Silence! There are no yelling in the sacred hall of law. Bailiff, remove this man from the courtroom at once. Please. Wait. You have to listen to me. There's an emergency. Defendant lobby number 2, Mr. Faraday and the defendant. The two of them. They're both dead, Your Honor. What? 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 Oh man, this is how they get around not doing the court thing. Stay back. Ugh. No one's allowed in the crime scene, period. Who does this oddball think he is? This is becoming quite the hotspot. Isn't he Mr. Rel's defense attorney? Hey you! They're running in the hall, pal. Who are you to tell me what to do? I'll never find out what's going on here like this. It's time for some civil discourse. The sofa looks like it's seen its bare share use. Looks like another part of the courthouse is being visible from the window. Ah! Why has I been locked by my reflection's eyes in the barred window? Student Von Karma, I refuse to back down. He stares at himself. I won! Oh, that's silly. I guess those are ants that are crawling out the window? Young judges for justice. Drink vending machine. Ah! Now's not the time to be pondering about what kind of drink I want. selling special court-themed food products here. They don't seem to be sort of troublesome and suspicious. Objection, I suppose. Start with you. And you are? Who, me, pal? Hey, pal. It's common courtesy to tell someone your name first before asking theirs. Hey, the classic music's back. Ah, point taken. My name's Miles Edgeworth. I'm a district prosecutor. Prosecutor? I've never seen a prosecutor young as you, pal. I've told you my name. Now would you mind telling me yours? Old Z. Why is Edgeworth not on here? "35 years? Well, he's got 5 years to go. Detective Dick Dumbshoe, and I have just recently achieved my dream of becoming a detective. More than a dream. It's more I was born to do. Wait, I should check and make sure I'm not really in some crazy dream first. Detective is hardly too excited to be a murder scene. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling me what you know about the incident? You know what I don't have to tell you anything, right? I know that. But it'd behoove of you to fill me in on what you know. Oh, you're some powerful one for such a youngster, aren't you? Well, anyway, Detective Bad is the one in charge. You have to ask him for all the details, okay? For me, I was guarding the door of the defendant's lobby number 2. So you're on guard detail. You notice anything strange while you're on duty? Well, I freaked out when I heard a gunshot. Then I kind of froze. Detective, easily gunshots scare you that much? Dang it. I can hardly claim to know what it's like to hear one of those close range. Yeah, maybe 5 years from now you will know. And Detective Vlad came running to the scene. We went into lobby number 2 together, and both men were lying there dead. Anything? Yeah, that's about it. I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep from a struggle. Interesting. What was the gunshot? I didn't hear a single sound of commotion. About my badge. You mentioned you only recently became a detective, is he not? You got it. Oh, brand spanking new detective. Huh. That means you've probably never seen a real prosecutor badge, right? So desire to see one. I just might be able to make your day. You don't have to go through the trouble, pal, because a real man has a police badge. Someday I'm gonna become an ace detective, just like Detective Bad. Well, there's your next game in the series. Ace Detective. Did I say something wrong, pal? Forget it, Detective. Do you have a minute? No, I'm not really into talking to people I don't know. Especially at a time like this. I apologize for not introducing myself before, bothering you. My name's Miles Edgeworth. Take Mr. Faraday's case in court. Edgeworth, huh? Never heard of you. So Faraday substitutes a newbie, huh? I'll have you know, madam. I study under Manfred von Karma. Yeah, finger wag. Do not take me for some naive novice. Don't take me for some naive novice. You're Stern von Karma! I should have. Ah, those clothes are a dead giveaway. Stop right there. These are garments of one who scowlingly presents the facts. Thanks for a great laugh. But try not to make me laugh so much, okay? I wasn't trying to do anything of the sort. Just kidding. I was just goofing around. By the way, do you know who I am? My name's Callisto Yu. If you're telling the truth, and you're about to go head-to-head in court. But of course. I've heard about you. But of course, I'm about to hit a regular Shakespeare. Did I say something funny? Make sure you have to update me on the situation. I don't really know anything. Why are you trying to talk to those detectives over there? That's the case, though. Why are you here? Oh, what's so funny? It's just the way you speak is tactless. The person I was going against in court, until recently, a while ago, was just murdered. It's not like I can go back in the courtroom pretending that nothing happened. That's a good point. I apologize for asking such an insensitive question. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Shame that we will not be able to face each other. This is going to be my first trial, too. Oh, that's a declaration of war? Oh, but nice to be young and carefree. What a nice, squeaky clean badge you got there yourself there. I'm jealous. Fear that its gleam will dull over time with experience. Are you saying your reputation will also try to show time with it? Ah, that's not what I meant. Well, you can just avoid some things in life. Never allow my bachelor reputation to become tarnished. It's funny how like cool and serious she looks, and then she's just like the laugher. Way different from this guy. Excuse me, but who are you? Detective Tyrrell Band. Homicide. Informed by the situation, came as quickly as possible. How did you arrive and inspect the body before me? Faraday requested me to testify in court in the trial. Plain and simple. Faraday requested you to be here? I've already contracted HQ about the situation. I've got nothing to say to you, kid. Kid? I'm Mr. Faraday's substitute in today's trial. Therefore, I insist you update me on the situation. Can't back down here. I have a right to know. Well, I need to teach you a thing or two about how to talk to adults, kid. Is he going for his gun? It's just a mirror? How dare you trick me like that? Faraday was stabbed to death with some kind of blade. He had a gun in his hand. The other man, Mr. Mackerel, was shot and killed. He was found holding a bloody knife in his hand. Is there anyone else there into defendant lobby number 2? Yeah, that big lug over there. His name's Gumshoe. He was in charge of guarding the place. He's claiming that no one else entered the room. Is that the case, then? They must have killed each other along, correct? Maybe. Such impudence. This guy is really testing my patience. I was not informed that you're going to testify in court. Homicides aren't my only gig. Yatagaratsu's case is also one of my assignments. You're called upon to comments on the Yatagaratsu heuristics. In order to assess Mr. Faraday's really was the Yatagaratsu or not. Well, well. Looks like you might have a brain after all in the head of yours, son. Son? I'm not your son, Pops. It's you! Seems to be someone who wishes to see you. Who is it? Kofian Embassy member staff by the name of Manny Koshin. What? What's going on? Hit the bed, Embassy's moods just changed all of a sudden. Wait a second. Was it Manny Koshin? I'll be right there. It's nice to see you again, Miss Yu. Why are you here? I have no desire to ever see you again. Now. Actually, would you mind stepping outside for a brief chat? Fine. Let's go. Bud. On Karma. It's been a long time. I know you would show up. You usually do when Yatagaratsu's involved. I see this case as no exception. Do you know Detective Bad, sir? Yes! He's like an old bloodhound that never leaves the scene of a crime. Only he would get a promotion and move on. It's the crime scene where the detective is most useful and effective. Huh, it's not like I don't know that. Moving on though, Bad. The man I just passed by. Was he not the suspect from the KG8 incident? I was right. So what is that man doing wandering around here? That Faraday. I can't believe he just let this easy catch get away. Imbecile! You'll prove that guilt from 3 minutes. Long Karma. I think you said enough for now. It's in poor taste to speak like that about the departed. Very well. Back on topic. I'm placing Edgeworth in charge of the investigation here.
Objection!
Papa, how can you place him in charge? Francisca, what are you doing here? I'm here for the summer vacation. What else? Teenager von Karma. So she's here on vacation from Germany. She's the daughter of Manfred von Karma and a student of his who's a junior to me. You're the one who's junior to me, and you don't forget it! Not conveniently avoiding the bar examination, you? Huh. You were able to pass, then I absolutely have no trouble at all. I'll never allow me to lose to you. Never! Does she always have to be this competitive? Anyway, Papa, are you assigning Miles Edgeworth to cover the case? Yes, I am. What do you ask? Well, you know, I am close to becoming a prosecutor myself. Now I'm 100% confident I can do a better job than him. Just like Francisca. No problem bad-mouthing someone right in front of them. Bad. Yeah? These two will be conducting the investigation. What? You want me to let both the kids loose on the crime scene? This is a perfect opportunity for them to work on their prosecutorial skills. Crime scene is no place for children to be messing around in. I'm the one who has authority on this crime scene, bad. And I will not tolerate complaining. Gah. Edgeworth, Francisca, I'll leave these two to you. Understood, sir. Yes, Papa. I'll go take care of the proper. I'll go take care of the paperwork now. Remember, I will accept nothing but perfect report from both of you. Do not disappoint me. Hold up, Von. What was that? Hold up, Von Karma. I still haven't agreed to this. Miles Edgeworth. Been quite some time, Francisco. This will be the perfect chance for us to see which of us is truly worthy of the Von Karma name. I'm gonna kill you to at least say hello. Long time no see. Very good. Just because you become prosecutor first doesn't mean you can act all proud. She hasn't changed at all a bit. Miles Edgeworth. As I was saying, we shall see which of us is worthy of the Von Karma name. For crying out loud, I have been reduced to a babysitter. Looks like Mr. Von Karma was successful in convincing the detective. Just like him. Never fails. Yeah, I'd appreciate if you would quickly run me through the facts, Detective Bad. You're better off checking things out on your own. Very well. But getting help from Detective Bad will be an almost arduous task. Yeah. The real explanation is they killed each other simultaneously. Miles Edgeworth, you shouldn't listen to someone until they finish talking. What are you talking about? I'll only say it one more time. This is a competition to see who's truly worthy of the Von Karma name. Competition? The person who figures out the truth first wins. But the person who doesn't discover the truth is a dishonor to the name. Exactly. I don't care. You become a prosecutor. For me, I simply refuse to hear any more foolish things come from your foolish mouth. Fine, whatever makes you happy. Can I take that as you accepting my challenge? Once again, whatever makes you happy. Well then, begin the investigation, shall we? I'm going to find the perfect evidence and readily present it like a professional I am. Professional. Computing and discovering the truth behind a crime, how delightfully childish. You kids over here. Hold it. Kid? Ha! Serves you right, Miles. I just called you a kid. I said kids, kid. How dare you call me a kid as well? Do what I please, and I don't allow you to cause a ruckus in my crime scene. Hey, big guy, you're going to watch over these two. Yes, sir. Do the bad, sir. Now, do as I say from now on, kids, okay? You better not get in our way, Scruffy. They'll feel the bite of my whip if you do. Eek! Then, Prosecutor Boy, let's get your investigation started already, alright? Not even that detective is treating me child. Alright, time to get investigating. Get a move on, Prosecutor Boy. My name's Miles Edgeworth. You're to call me Prosecutor Boy one more time. It will be my duty as a prosecutor to look into your monthly salary. What? What do you do with my salary after you saw how much it was? That's up to you now, is it? Really? Sounds good, pal. So naive. Mr. Bad may have a word with you? What is it? It appears that both the knife and gun were used as murder weapons. Yeah, it does. Leads us to our first question of the investigation. Where did the men acquire the weapons? The gun was inside Faraday's bag. There's a piece of evidence that was presented in the trial earlier today. It was used to kill the Cofidian embassy staff member. But I never heard of anything about the knife. Mr. Rowe was being held by the police. There's no way he could have brought it in. Which means it's possible that Faraday had the knife on him from the start as well. A police piece of evidence that yet been presented? Then why doesn't Detective Bad know about it? Wait, what if it's possible that Mr. Faraday brought the knife in under the guise of prosecutorial evidence? Could have brought it in and attacked Mr. Rowe with it. Hey, you got a brain under there after all, kid. You're gonna treat me like a child forever? Looks like Mr. Faraday attacked Mr. Rell first, who then counterattacked. That's the only logical conclusion you can draw from a scene like this. Still, something much earlier you could draw conclusions already. Let's first conclusively find conclusive evidence, so as not to protect the honor of the Von Karma name. The bag with the evidence in. There's some stuff in the bag, pal. Oh, this is Faraday's bag. Probably the trial evidence that I was supposed to collect from him. This is the evidence? Oh, I better not touch it. I'll leave prints on it. Do not pay attention to anything you do. There's some plastic bag stacked up here on the table. The tea set, too. That doesn't seem to be any sign of disturbance. Yeah, the table's all neat and tidy. Maybe they were super quiet in this scuffle. After all, I didn't hear anything about the hallway, you know? The plastic bags scattered on the floor are throwing us off. This decorated plant's foliage is quite nice. Soothing around. Perhaps I should purchase one for my room. Other plastic bags scattered over there. Those bags are for keeping evidence, pal. Safe, pal. I know that much, detective. Very good at the stuff, sir, are you, pal? Normally, I'd be happy when someone compliments me, but when it's this guy... Anyway, these plastic bags be evidence of a fight between the two men? Like Mr. Faraday fell on top of Mr. Rell. First glance, it seems like they must have killed each other, however. Using logic, only a logical conclusion is... Aha! Well, what was that outburst for? My detective instinct hit me real hard. It was Mr. Rell that fell first, see? You don't need to be a detective instinct for that. It's common sense. I suppose I won't know much more than that, so after I examine the bodies. I'll rest until I examine everything. Like Mr. Rell is dead with the knife in his hand. Some blood stuck on it. He must have used it as a weapon. Yep, no doubt about it. Mr. Faraday carrying in his personage, bringing in his piece of evidence for the trial. Then he bring it with a very different intention in mind. Should jot down some notes on it. First he killed the Kofian embassy staff member, then he was murdered himself. This guy wasn't exactly an angel, you know? What makes you say that? Well, he's been hauled into the precinct several times for theft and assault, pal. Well, yeah, he's definitely the type to have committed a murder or two. He did admit to killing Mr. Diedman. Hey, good point, pal. I knew my detective intuition was telling me something. Detective intuition? Yep. You know about it? Special feeling, but I'll detect. I don't have time for this conversation right now. Let's return to the investigation. These plastic bags scattered all around. Those bags are for keeping evidence safe, pal. I know that much, detective. It's the same conversation, isn't it? Say Mr. Faraday died while holding the gun in his right hand. So he shot Mr. Rell, and then fell on top of him while still gripping onto the gun. This seems kind of strange, huh? I mean, why would Mr. Faraday know how to fire a gun? Not exactly rocket science. Even I know how to pull a trigger. Although I doubt I'll ever use one. Lots of foreshadow. Hope I never fire a gun either, pal. But it sure does look like he held a gun in your hands. It sure does look cool when holding a gun in your hands. It appears that the police screening procedures need a thorough review. Anyway, I should jot down some notes about the handgun in Mr. Faraday's hand. Faraday. How ironic is it for him to lose life in a courthouse? Yeah, why did it have to be like this? I don't know what to say. I can't believe this happened while I was on watch, pal. Rather than beating yourself up, let's spend your time continuing the investigation. Become a detective in order to solve crimes. Yeah. And get back to work. Find out the cause of this murder. Right! I'm on it, pal. Head is all black there, see? What that could be. But if you look closely, this blotching pattern resembles ink stain. Ink stain? Yes, usually you get ink on my own hand when I write a feather pen. Feather pen? I've never seen one of those before. Sure you aren't just making stuff up, pal? Mr. Rell's cause of death was being shot, correct? That's what we think, but it's hard to tell with him lying face down. Death is bad enough, but truly lamentable that someone would try to hide the truth. You sure you're trying to hide that something? For Mr. Rell's cause of death was his body position. You took it back. I'd like to examine the bodies in further detail if possible. What's this? You're not able to form a theory with such them as they are? The examination of the body is vital to finding the perfect evidence, don't you? I suppose you have a point. Well, hurry up and get on with it. Labby. Yes, sir. We've taken enough photos of the scene, sir. And there you have it. Do you not approve? Of course not. What? Investigation of a crime scene is the work of a detective. Just don't touch a thing. Hey, big fella, turn over the bodies for me, will you? Okay. Please forgive me, Mr. Faraday, sir. Gumshoe, do not get emotionally involved. Remember, you're a detective. Yes, sir. Understood, sir. There's too many voices. Well. There's a knife wound in his chest here, see? I wonder if the wound matches the knife Mr. Rell is holding. Labby. Yes, sir. Verifying now, sir. Make it quick. Looks at things. I can deduce the knife Mr. Rell's holding is what killed Mr. Faraday. Mr. Faraday is holding the gun in his right hand. That's the one that Mr. Rill got blown away, right, Bud? That your answer? Yes, sir. We found out that the ballistics markings do match the gun. Ballistic markings are figurative fingerprints the gun leaves on a bullet when fired. Every gun leaves its own unique ballistic markings. Therefore, by looking at the markings on the bullet, tell which gun it came from. Yeah, that's it. Of course, I knew all of that about that. You'd be better off going back to the academy. Hey, come on, sir. Let me cut Mr. Slack, will ya? Bullet was fired from his gun. It felled Mr. Rill. Something in his breast pocket. It's a fountain pen. Hey, you know, I always keep a pencil behind my ear. Because Detective Bad's always telling me you should always write your name and everything on you all. Somehow, you do strike me as a forgetful individual. Like Mr. Faraday was stabbed with his knife. Mr. Rill's holding it. Ouch! Run, Detective. Oh, it started hurt from thinking about being stabbed. Keep your mind on the case, alright? Shot in the chest. Takes some guts to fire a gun in the courthouse. I mean, I've been detective my whole week, and I still haven't fired a single round yet. There aren't many burn marks on the clothes. That must be... Wait, burn marks? Round grows hot as it's discharged from a firearm. Therefore, marks are usually left where the shots fired on point-blank range. There we go. Mr. Rill must have been shot from at least a yard or two away. You know a bunch of neat stuff for your age, pal. Apparently, this detective has much in common knowledge as your Faraday, Mr. Pugh. Let's now try to understand how the two men died. First, Faraday took the gun and the knife out from today's trial evidence. Then he aimed the gun at Mr. Rill and fired. Mr. Rill managed to grab the knife and counter with the Faraday being shot. Then the two men fell together where they stood. That's my theory in any case. Oh, crazy way to go. But something about that explanation doesn't seem right. I believe I now have a firmer grasp of what happened here. Time to think about it. Watching Mr. Faraday's hand. Wonder if it might be the ink from his fountain pen. Oh, let's ask the lab guy. Vito Gumshoe. I confirm that the substance on Mr. Faraday's hand is the ink from his fountain pen. And only if forensics was this fast for everybody. I see. Good work. You know, I've always wanted to say that. If it was just one time in my life. Mr. Faraday wrote the fountain pen on his left hand. I think it's fair to assume that he's left-handed. Here's that Mr. Faraday's pen. It's very important to our case as well. Okay, if you say so, pal. There's a very tidy pile of plastic bags in the table. Yet, a portion of them wound up scattered on the floor as well. Not likely that the ones in the floor were knocked over during the struggle. In which case, there might be another explanation to how they got there. Another reason? I believe it's possible that the blood on the outside of the bag is related somehow. Ah! Please don't get the blood away from me, pal. Better come shoot. Whose blood is on this bag? Hold on, let me ask the lab guy. Right? Please, sir. Wait till you get a load of this, pal. It's Mr. Faraday's. Oh, and the technician said they didn't find anything else on the bag. On or in the bag either. This bag is very important to the piece of evidence. If you say so, pal, I'll leave it in your hands, pal. That's all I have for thoughts. Look at that. You have any thoughts on the case? Verde and Rail? It looks like they killed each other's name. Although, there are a few things that just don't seem that right. What would that be? Huh. Why don't you try thinking on your own first before you go bother me? What? No, I haven't been downgraded, just a boy. The home is so tiny compared to this one, pal. You think you could purchase a normal TV? Preservation of the crime scene is the foundation of detective work. Ah, I see. You figure out something out? This is a competition, Miles. Such, I appreciate it if you don't talk to me. As you wish. Window is open. There's a fresh flowery scent in the air. Ugh, these flowers in the garden down there are so gross and ghastly. I think maybe you should try offering something useful for a change. At least there's a way someone to skip. There's no way for someone to skip through this window, pal. Who would make it up and smell the flowers after the fall from the 3rd floor? Swiftly ignoring the fact that there are also iron bars on the windows. I guess there's that too. Either way, no one's can pass through these windows, right? I'll have everything. Designing the courthouse. Very nice. I guess there's not much to investigate, huh? They really did kill each other, huh? No. Can't conclude that quite yet. There's something very peculiar here. The theory that they simply kill each other is too simplistic in this case. In fact, there's actually a contradiction that shows that there are another possibility. No way, pal. Really? Suppose I just have to show you the contradiction in the crime scene. Mr. Faraday wasn't a habit of using a nice fountain pens. It's the total opposite of me. I don't get those things at all. I think the pencil behind your ear suits you just fine. You think so, pal? Man, I knew it was worth something. It wasn't exactly a compliment, detective. Like a quality nib. Hey, let me check that, pal. Oh, it really is. Got ink all over my hand. Don't ever play with evidence like that again. Curses! I'll be right back. Oh, wait. The soul has returned to the body. Yeah.
Eureka!
And I come face to face with the contradiction I spoke of. What's this? So I'm like, it doesn't tell me here that he uses his left hand though. Hey, the victim was CCU, which is the defense attorney. Curious. So yeah, it's kind of bummer that the most obvious thing is Mr. Faraday used his left hand to write with his left fountain pen. I guess he could inspect the pen again and get the same thing. There we go. He's left-handed. And yet the handgun is in his right hand. Isn't that odd that the left-handed Mr. Faraday would hold his guns with his right hand? That, ladies and gentlemen, is a great contradiction haunting this crime scene. Hey, you're right, pal. It does seem kind of strange. But how could something like that happen? Facts don't add up. Facts add up to a conclusion, one alone. Someone put the gun in Faraday's hand after he died. No one else. Plastic bags are scattered on the floor. Gun in the wrong hand. I sense the presence of a shadowy figure behind this case. A person of vile intent, serious about keeping the truth from us. Here's the autopsy report. Wow, that's fast. They got the autopsy report without sending it to the lab? How does that work? Is it probable that Mr. Rell survived a short time after he was shot? Mr. Faraday died instantly from his stabbing. Interesting. Like we now know everything we need to know about this case. We know everything. Of course, the incident began with Mr. Faraday attempting to get his revenge. The prosecutor went on a rage from being accused and tried to kill the defendant. The defense brought back, ended up killing each other. I find it more likely that the witness would be the one who's been violent. He has all the history for it. Okay. So very clear and simple. There's no margin for doubt. I really believe such that to be the truth. Huh. You're saying that just because I figured it out the truth before you? Hey, you don't want to believe it's true. Ugh. Alright. If you disagree with my argument, then prove me wrong. Well, if there's only any contradiction to be found, that is, or I will. Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous. Mr. Rell survived for a short time. From this, it's obvious that Mr. Faraday died after he shot Mr. Rell. Mr. Rell, while on the brink of death, stole Faraday's knife and stabbed him. Those are the facts of the case. Faraday's death was instantaneous, therefore, must have attacked first. Proving that logic to be false is probably the fastest way to show her that she's wrong. In that case, I should first look for any holes in her theory.
Hold it!
I truly believe that Mr. Faraday died instantaneously. And murder's report right here. Mr. Faraday died instantaneously of shock due to being stabbed in the chest. There, you see? It's been documented, clear as day. Ugh. From this, it's obvious that Mr. Faraday died after shooting.
Hold it!
Faraday shot Mr. Rell before he died. Know any basis of that statement? Your foolishness has no bounds, does it? I need to repeat myself, however. Mr. Faraday died instantly. That's all the basis I need. Alright. So Mr. Faraday died instantaneously. They must have attacked Mr. Rell before being stabbed. Finally beginning to catch on, I see. I want to look... They don't have the autopsy report for me. Yeah, they don't give me the autopsy report. I guess it's not important.
Hold it!
So you believe the dying of Mr. Rell stole the knife from Mr. Faraday? Mr. Rell became desperate. He did not want to die. Human beings are amazing things when they're about to put to test. The two men struggled. In the end, Mr. Rell was able to grab the knife and stab Mr. Faraday. The messy condition of this room is testament to that struggle. Yes, logic is perfectly sound. Really say that it's so perfect. What are you insinuating? Nothing. However, can't let you say aside without further inquiry. I'll just be clear and precise. I hope you can append that statement to your testimony. Fine. They struggled, and Mr. Rell used the last of the strength to counterattack Mr. Faraday.
Hold it!
Not the statement. Rell used all his remaining strength to take on the knife and defend himself. One can clearly see they had the violent struggle. Of course, it's nothing compared to what my riding crop could do. There's one compared damage to a crop can do with the state of this room. Furthermore, all the plastic bags on the floor in this room are scattered due to their flight. If there's anything else I can explain for you, that'll be fine.
Hold it!
Claiming speculation as fact already? Don't feel that the evidence is a bit lacking? Find all the evidence you need just by looking around this room. Mr. Faraday collapsed on top of Mr. Rell. In addition, Mr. Faraday died instantly, making a counterattack impossible. Okay, we're saying Faraday fired first. Hits Rell. Rell counterattacks with a stab. Then dies. Mr. Rell, and then Faraday dies instantly, then dies on top of Rell. The argument. Furthermore, the room is a total mess from their fight. I say there's more evidence here than you could whip a whip at. But she's becoming more and more confident. And looking at this place, she might have the right to be. After all, everything here seems to be support her theory. Looks like you're starting to see my point. I've won a good one of a little competition. Something strange about Franziska's theory. I should compare her claim with the data I've gathered so far. No, there's a contradiction somewhere.
Hold it!
Oops. I was actually trying to look at his thoughts. On accident. I assume it's gonna be this. Okay, this is the theory that we have correct.
Objection!
If the two men were fighting, their struggle would have surely caused quite a bit of noise. However, Detective Gumshoe testified he heard absolutely nothing. Huh. Place too much faith in that detective's testimony, you know. But for our sake of argument, let's say there wasn't a fight. How then did Mr. Rell get hands on a knife? Faraday's bag was sitting right there in lobby number 2. Not too hard to imagine that perhaps Mr. Rell saw a chance to take it out at some point. So, what he's saying is this. Rell took a chance when he saw the opportunity and took the knife from the bag. Then Mr. Faraday shot Mr. Rell after being stabbed. There's something strange in Franziska's statements just now? That was all I clicked the wrong one. There's no problem, right? No. Taking random shots in the dark is becoming a bit disinvolved on karma. Now take a step back and think before a change. Faraday shot girl. I suspect. There's definitely something wrong with her theory. I have nothing else to say. I suppose that'll be...
Objection!
I suspect there's something with it. No. Simply not possible for Mr. Faraday to have shot Mr. Rill after being stabbed. Oh, this is the autopsy room. No dynamo. No gunpowder burn. There's no burn marks, so the shooting had to happen at a distance before he got stabbed.
Take that!
According to the coroner's report, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, meaning that he died immediately upon being stabbed by the knife. Joe, you would not possibly have fired the gun off after that. Oh, you got me. Of course. Well then, the report is correct, and there's only one correct explanation. Suppose Mr. Rill attacked first, and Mr. Faraday, who died instantaneously, would have been able to kill Mr. Rill. Therefore, Mr. Rill must have stabbed Mr. Faraday after he was shot. They both died. That's the only explanation that makes logical sense. Negating your opponent's ideas in order to prove your own theory. I see you've become what you've been studying, Francisco. Wanted to explain it to you as simple as possible. Before you foolishly propose a foolish theory that only a foolish fool like you could. How naive of you to believe that only opinions are valid. Your opinions are valid. Still expect to discover the truth that the crime scene offers you. Francisco, still got a ways to go. What are you talking about? Are you still saying there's a flaw in my logic? The Faraday died instantly. The fact that he did gives rise to a contradiction in the scene. Contradiction here in this crime scene is... The contradiction in the order of events to say the crime scene took place.
Objection!
Well, in that case, why don't you prove the contradiction already? How's Edgeworth? Remember that we, Von Karmas, must strive to be perfect in every way. No! This evidence back? I killed the weapons this far from the victim.
Objection!
It was number 2 all along. Get this straight. The arguing is this. Mr. Faraday took the gun from his evidence bag. Shot Mr. Rill. Then the wounded Mr. Rill found an opportunity to take the knife and strike back. Upon being stabbed, Mr. Faraday died on the spot, and Mr. Rill died thereafter. If that's the case, then how do you explain this? Take a good look in order the bodies are piled. Oh! Mr. Faraday's body is lying on top of Mr. Rill's. Therefore, Mr. Rill must have died before Mr. Faraday. Possible! That seems strange no matter what angle you approach from. The real mystery behind this crime scene is what I must solve. No, not so fast, Miles Edgeworth. I simply think they upped a bit more outside the box. That's even more clear now than the incident started with Mr. Faraday's murderous intent. Sure, bounce back quickly. Explanation won't be enough this time. Okay. What happened part 2? There's just a chance that Faraday's body fell on top of Mr. Rill. Two bodies fell into a pile. Indicates they attacked each other at the same time. It doesn't matter the slightest how they fell in opposite order. Just know that Francisca's isn't absolutely correct. You just find the hole in her logic. I can present her with the evidence that proves the contradiction. I feel like I already know where it is.
Hold it!
What do you mean by attacked each other at the same time? I assume Mr. Faraday had the two different weapons in his hands. He made the to attack Mr. Rell while holding both the knife and revolver. Then, Faraday fired the gun. Rell grabbed the knife as he was falling. Stabbed Mr. Faraday. Huh? Faraday had the two weapons in his hands. Attacked Mr. Rell holding both the knife and the revolver. So he's saying that the knockback of the gun is not... Doesn't sound right. Close range is... Nope, not close range. Possible though. Not close range. Oh, it will. To that extent, I think for you to append what you just said to your testimony. Huh. Any point of that, but as you please. Nope. Francisca, you need to look at your evidence more. I hadn't looked at my evidence in a while, and I can already tell you that's wrong.
Objection!
I believe they killed each other at close range. In fact, I bet that's the point, is that she's making rookie mistakes because it is, in fact. I believe they killed each other at close range. Sorry, that's impossible. Just written on the crime scene note. Firing on the handgun did not leave gunpowder burn on Mr. Rell's clothes. Therefore, Mr. Rell and the gun must have been separated by a distance of at least 2 or 3 yards. Ah! Yes, this is by far the biggest contradiction. Two bodies piled on each other, yet the gun was fired at a distance. There being no chance for Mr. Rell moved that far being shot, there's only one possible explanation. A completely foolish line of foolish thought from a thoroughly foolish fool. I'm not right. Who was the one who made the first move with the intent to kill, huh? Who? The person that attacked the first with murderous intent? That'd be... Here in this room. Contradictions appear no matter which we claimed would attack first. Thus, there can only be one explanation. There was a third person here. It was that third person who killed both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell. And set their bodies up to make it look like they doubled her. The third person is the real culprit. Miles Edgeworth, It's just one thing you're missing. Evidence, correct? Exactly. Everything you set up to this now is nothing but a story played out in your hand. However, this is where the real test begins. Can you prove that there was a third person involved in this crime? Of course. The third person was truly here. That fact would resolve the glaring contradiction. Proof that has all been set up and made to look like they killed each other. I'll present it and lay bare the final piece of the puzzle that's not yet in place. There's this piece of evidence that proves there is a third person involved. Bag, maybe? Feels like it should be the bag because... No, it's his left hand, right?
Take that!
Nope, it wasn't. Oh shit.
Objection!
I didn't get to save. And now I'm gonna have to click through this. Oh man, this is gonna be so slow. Ah! Hey everyone out there, how are you doing today? It's Mother's Day, you know? At least say Happy Mother's Day to your mother. Whatever that should be. I don't know if Edgeworth has a mother to say Mother's Day to. Now I think about it. When in doubt, Phoenix Wright does though. Do a little bit of a stretch. Stretch. While they repeat their thoughts about third person. The grinding crop just does not have the same effect as the whip. I like how saving is so quick.
Take that!
The gun in Mr. Faraday's hand, and the plastic bag with his blood on it. These two items point to the presence of a third person. So, call Detective Gumshoe's testimony. I was in the hallway the whole time, and I didn't hear a single peep out of a struggle. There wasn't a struggle in this room. There shouldn't be any plastic bags on the ground. Meaning that someone else must have deliberately scattered them around. I don't see the possibility in this. Disregarding the gun for a moment, there's a high probability of blood splatter when this knife is used on the person. The culprit held the knife with the plastic bag around it. They used the bag to catch any blood splatter from where they withdrew the knife. And by spreading a few more plastic bags around, mixing the body one in with them, and arranging the room to make it look like there was a struggle between the two. They were able to conceal their presence. Ah! Looks like we still got a way to go in this investigation. Yes.
Objection!
What the heck is up with you, pal? Mr. Bad, I advise you to take the place of Detective Gumshoe under arrest. What? What? What's the meaning of this? Oh, looks like you're not man enough to disciple your own subordinates. Discipline your own subordinates, sorry. Don't you dare. That detective claims he was there standing in front of the door the entire time. I have on good authority that was all a giant lie. you. I asked to please at least explain the last statement. Well, his Honorship explained it himself. I saw it with my own eyes, I tell you. During recess, there was a period of time when there was no one at the doorway, or the hallway. What? See, Mr. Bad? So I ask you, why would the detective who was supposed to be doing his job? In some way, I can't wait to get to the second game because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a lot better than this one. Want to fabricate such a lie? Gumshoe! Did you? Did you kill a Faraday? No! Of course not, sir! It appears that the only one who set this whole crime up scene is the detective. Basically, there's the whole... God damn. It's like your perfect logic has come tumbling down, Miles. Ugh. I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep out of the struggle. This thing is really a lie. Detective Gumshoe. We're now suspecting the murder of 2 men. Now spit out the truth, or so help me. I haven't lied to anyone, sir. Honest. It was there. It was in the hallway the whole time.
Hold it!
Detective Bad. I ask you, please do not act without permission. After all, I am the one heading up the investigation, am I not? Don't talk like you know what's going on, boy. All I want is this investigation to run perfectly. Perfection is the only way of the disciple of Von Karma, after all. Therefore, before you take your Gumshoe into custody, I'd like to set the record straight on something. And what was that? I asked him. I'm gonna stop right here. I need a rest. This story just keeps spiraling out of control. So if you're here for investigations, that's the end of the stream for that. I'm gonna play something else for a bit. There you have it. Next Sunday we'll continue more investigations. And hopefully get to case 5. Yeah,